looks like one of these end circles in the line is mostly probably in all land. It does get water. Probably under. But I'm sure it's one of those excuses like we never know what a tier 3 team's gonna do, so you can't really, you can't play with them because they just do whatever they want. Which I always thought to be BS. If you don't go to war and say, oh, well, we can't beat a war because they say tactics. Fight the warriors, then you're going to be able to beat them.
Now, Lucky is up here to click on the seminar with the DP on top of the police station. Does need to go ahead and finish his fight off, though, because 2,000 meters of snow. I have not seen the vehicle has apparently so no way of healing.
I mean, that's so close. People can tell them, so you gotta be careful.
But no way of healing. He's got a little bit of boost in.
Well, that Peep is not going to be opening. He's number one concern so far.
But U-turn was able to crawl back. Woo!
I can't breathe, I just need someone to help me when I'm drowning.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's Wednesday night. That means we're here for the HyperX Scrim Season 2. We are in day 20. Can you believe it? Day 20 out of, what? 8 times 3, 24. So, man, next week is the last week? Is that right? Can you believe it? We're coming up on the last 5 events. The countdown has begun. Looking at scores here, apparently from Monday. I don't know that this is accurate. Pickford, can you help me out here?
Yes, that is correct. That is Monday's scores.
87 points was the top score.
It was very, very close. If you see, no team won more than one scrim. There was no real dominant team. It was just very, very close. The kills are kind of spread out throughout the match. Like I said, it was very, very close. As you see, right to the very, very end, which.
Yeah, even the kills, I mean, 31, 21, 20, 21, 31, 19. I mean, they're all in that same band.
And you said there's only, like I said, the 5 events total. SpaceX only ahead of Thirst for Points by 7 points overall for the first place position. And Tequila Shots only 4 points behind Forsaken Gaming for 4th and 3rd. So,
oh my gosh, it is
very close.
It's a race.
Yes, it is.
It's a race.
There is a little bit of a spread between 2nd and 3rd. There is a huge gap of 87 points. But with that said, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd and 4th are very, very, very close. And then 5th and 6th, OUTcast Alpha finally, at one time, after 2 weeks being in 13th place, has moved into the top 5 with that victory on Monday. But they are only 6 points ahead of Men of 4 for that 5th place, last money spot.
Well, we'll have to see what's in store for us tonight. I do want to quickly take a look at what we got going on this week as far as the giveaways go. As most of you probably know how the giveaways work by now. Watch time equals brownie points. You can redeem brownie points for tickets in the giveaways. And we're giving away claw socks, the 6 packs of claw socks every night. And I believe on Friday, there's a charge play clutch up for a giveaway. And I think Baked Bunny said she really wanted a charge play clutch. So here's your chance, Baked Bunny, on Friday. Yeah, I mean, just show up, and I'm sure it'll be yours. Anyway, we are in the plane, so let's hop on over. Alrighty, let me grab these screenshots real quick. 85 players in this first match, 24 total teams. We have OUTcast Alpha and Bravo. We've got a Misfire squad, 10 HP, 2 Men of 4 squads, Forsaken Gaming, Tequila Shots, D3, Forsaken Red, so 2 Forsaken squads there, Autobots, GME, Sweats, supposed to be here. Are they here?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are. Okay, in 14. Cool. I know there's some like other matches going on tonight that they might take priority over these for some reason, not sure why. But we also have Mobile Warriors, SpaceX, the Great State of New Hampshire, Thirst for Points, Just for Fun, Metamorphosis, Cosmos, BTE, Meeseeks Academy, Top Strikers, and W21. We also have a giant handful of follows that have just come in over the past couple minutes. Before this stream even started, they started rolling in. We had Warlord followed about an hour ago. He was here early. He wanted to be first in chat, apparently. Sicko Mode, Bones, Venus, Rabbit Rue, Wholemeal Earth, and HyperX Mobile. All with new follows within the last hour or so. So thanks for that. We got a northeast circle. You can kind of track where that plane path was. Looks like Kameshki to Primorsk or something along those lines. There's a solid line of teams. And everyone went southeast. Nobody went northwest at all. Let's see who's down in Primorsk. It's usually a couple teams down here. We've got Cosmos down here. And no, whoa. Did Team 21 get switched? I love when they do that. Do you get everything set?
Team 21 is as Ecstasy.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Well,
right.
it was
Team 20
Cosmos
Team 20
Esports when I got the list.
20 isn't even in there, so.
All right, so maybe Cosmos is out or moved, and Team Ecstasy is in. I was like, that ain't Cosmos. Those aren't the boys I know from Cosmos.
Yeah, I don't have Cosmos in here on the list at all anymore.
Yeah, so they were, but that's fine. See, this is when I try to be prepared and I get my stuff together an hour ahead of time. Then that's the price that I pay. Is it's out of date.
It changes, yes, because of the teams have to log in by 9:30. Then that's when 9:30 is when the teams haven't checked in. That's when the subs come in, and then it takes Brownie a few minutes to get those lined up. So
right, yeah,
I usually do it about 9:45.
That whole wait list thing. Well, I'm glad I started early because there was a whole issue with the Twitch, like getting Twitch working for some reason. So anytime anyone, like every day when someone different is streaming, to stream to Twitch, they have to get an authentication code, right? That comes via a text message to Brownie, and like he wasn't getting the text, and then he would get it and give me the code, but it had been 15 minutes, and it like times out. You only have like 2 minutes to put it in or something. And then it got to the point where it told me that there was too many requests submitted, so like you were locked out. I'm like, what? Like, please work. So like, I'm glad I started as early as I did. So we do have Sweats down here in Primorsk.
This Sweats team, they've been I think in 7 events. They've won 5 of them, and then the other 2 come in 9th and 8th.
Well, they are kind of a different class of player,
exactly.
Honestly, from the norm in here. Yes. Not taking anything away from any of the teams that are regulars here in OUTcast or anything like that, but you know, these players are kind of some of the cream of the crop of North America. So if you go out to them, don't feel like, you know, we should have won that one. I mean, we have seen them get taken out, right, by plenty of teams. That was in the highlight reel in the pre-match where Korn, if you remember last week, Korn clutched a 2v1. I think that was for Ghost Melee Elite. SpaceX, what team is this? Oh, this is Forsaken, but why do we always have to have a clown? We got a clown here. Anyway, they end up with 4 kills in Pachinki, eliminating
and before I forget, your gameplay of that division was top notch. I watched a lot of it, dude, and it was really good.
Dude, that was such a fun game. I mean, it's crazy because it's like it's such a well designed game from a business standpoint, if you will, right? Because it's you know, like a 30-hour game, or it could be less if you just kind of just push straight through. But after you finish like the last mission, it never actually ends because there's like different daily missions, and the game is like years old, right? And there's still like daily and weekly missions that like would entice you to keep coming back. Plus, it's like there's so many items and cosmetics and loadouts and things like that you can get, and there's a reason to continue to play it.
I noticed is that
plus they came out with expansion packs, and then there's a part 2. Like, it's just an ongoing thing.
Well, when you started, you really were starting it from fresh. So, like, if you're a viewer, I didn't know anything about the game. So when you started playing it, I was learning just right along you were. So it took you and you kind of like take your time in like the various like loadout mods and stuff. You don't really know what you're kind of looking through to see what you want to do. So that as a viewer, I can kind of see what your decisions you're making and the way you talk, like just almost like you're talking to chat, but you're just like thinking out loud.
Yeah.
It was really good. I watched it. It was a lot. There's a lot of content. I mean, if you go back on Nick's, just go back and watch it. It's like I think 7 or 8 nights worth. One of them was like 10 hours long. I mean, it's really good. It's really. I watched a lot of it.
That's what I'm saying is if you didn't do all the min-maxing every time you picked up a different item to see, oh, is this grip better than the grip I have? Like, you could probably get through all the missions quite a bit faster. But I ended up towards the end eliminating what's called a named NPC, and they drop really good loot. So I ended up with this AK that was like phenomenal damage. And then it was like pretty easy to get through the rest of the missions. I mean, I got in some of those missions where I'm literally lasering a guy with 100 rounds from an LMG in the head, and he just walks straight at me and like shoots me with a shotgun and kills me while I'm hiding behind a car or something. So there was some times where it was getting a little bit frustrating, but it definitely is worth it.
Well, I mean, I just really enjoy the content. And
let's see.
So,
we got Metaphor Black.
I watch you for like your scrim quality, but that was the first time I really watched you for just gameplay. That was really good.
So Top Strikers, thank you. Appreciate that, the kind words. Lipovka, we got a fight going on over here between Top Strikers, who we haven't seen. I have not seen Top Strikers.
They've only been in a few matches this whole season.
Wow, Otto with the turn there. He's got gamer ears on. He had to hear the toe touch the sand and immediately snapped around on that player. So we got fights going on all over. That would have been Metaphor Black. Just got eliminated over there in Lipovka. Forsaken Gaming. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Forsaken Gaming. Man, we got to get Clown a rename card or something. Tell you what. So Whole Meal Earth is here to cheer on Ecstasy. So I'm glad we got that Team 21 slot name figured out.
Yes.
Autobots over by Quarry. Big surprise there to nobody at all. We got this, you know, the whole fork intersection, like the Trident intersection. Like, what the heck is going on here? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, 6 teams all within like.
I tell you, it's a terrible chase to chop right there. I just tell you, it's terrible, but.
Well, I don't think anyone dropped there. They just all have ended up here because it's pretty much center zone. Oh, what is this? Someone's got a... Beans has a skin on an AK that actually changes the color of the scope.
Really?
Just like the body of the scope. It doesn't change the reticle or anything. But that's interesting.
Funny. They got to get back before these guys both fall in. Knocked together. They got 1 kill from Warriors. So they get back. This Liquid, it doesn't make it. Maybe Bong man. Oh, and she gets run over.
The disrespect.
By who was that? By
Achi.
So they did take, but like we said, when these battles started out, both Warriors did lose one of their players early in the match, so that they're obviously down one.
That's the pound of flesh they had to pay. Yeah.
That's right. That's as we see over and over again. You know, you're paying that pound of flesh. To me, that little fist, I call it that little fist, that 4-way road. It to me is like whatchamacallit, like Chubasera. Like it's just the risk reward. Even if it is center, it's just so high because so many teams come through there, and there's no you're just out in the open.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's like no like big compounds there. There's a few pretty small compounds and whatnot, but there's a significant like dip over there that's actually really good, but you can't have 4 or 5 teams all like in the same little dip. OUTcast Alpha facing off right now against Just for Fun. Just for Fun, as we know, can surprise any team in this lobby.
Yeah, they're a team that I mean, talk about a pot of flesh. They'll take all your flesh if you give them a chance, and they're running into this OUTcast team and doing quite well.
Kooky Boys with the follow. Thank you. Sarge trying to trace that buggy with the AK. Just the bullets on the AK, you have to remember, travel a bit slower than the 5.56 AR. So on a moving vehicle, you got to have your lead dialed in. It's got to be a little bit more lead, maybe, than what you're used to with like a SCAR or an M4. But it looks like OUTcast is bugging out of here, and they're driving right through Top Strikers on their way out.
Yeah, that's what they were hoping for right there.
Oh no!
That's what does OUTcast. If you look at one thing that the OUTcast does is their rotations. They rotate early into the center, and that causes that to happen. Now, oh my God, PTE, they really get you up there.
Yeah, they drove right through the frickin' gauntlet there. And then another team fills in, so Just for Fun still has people to shoot at. That's Blunt Trauma Esports. And here comes the move by Hacks. He stops to finish off the player, and then he gets knocked for his trouble. He should have just pushed the... He'll be okay, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, so finally Snipes comes in from the top of the hill. But Hacks, if he just would have came around the white car here, and instead of thirsting, if he just kept that rotation, got around this blown up car, he would have had the issue was he was caught changing guns. Because he thirsted the player with the Uzi, and then he was switching over to the SCAR, which obviously not quite as good at close range anyway, but you got that second and a half or whatever where you can't shoot when you're switching guns. And that's the exact timing in third person that the other player was able to take advantage of. You see him switching guns or reloading, and it's like, now's the time to shoot him. Standing in the open, switching guns. All right, 10 HP, B and 10 HP right now, outside of the circle. But they're literally all alone.
Yeah, they know that most likely in a first circle, you come in directly north or you come in directly south. That's usually the safest bet on a first zone. So they're obviously choosing to, I'm going to say, go farther south.
I want to see where
on the sides. I think that's more dangerous. But.
It's not giving me their route. I want to know where they landed at. The route is... Oh, what? Oh, the route is broken. Completely broken. Okay. PUBG.
Never know.
PUBG, your game is broken. Well, one part of it anyway. Baked Bunny Gaming is stacking up those brownies for the charge play clutch. Look at that. She has 1,310 brownies. Real Deal, I think, just got knocked by Sweats. That's going to be over here on Potato Hill. Here comes Spec pushing with the Tommy gun. Tommy gun, like, one of the new favorites.
I do love it. I do. I think it's really, really good.
I was going to say, then, that makes sense, right? Because it's a choice, current meta choice of top-tier players. So you heard it here first. Pickford likes that gun.
I think it does.
Top tier players.
It fires it. Obviously, it has a high rate of fire. Plus, it's very forgiving if you have the front grip and the red dot. And there's 50 rounds, so it's not like that Uzi where you have to, you're gonna get one knock and then reload. You can get two knocks, if not three, with one magazine without having to reload. And as you saw with the guy switching from his Uzi to the SCAR, if you don't have to reload,
Yeah.
You can just keep firing. It makes you that much more effective.
I die with the Uzi so often because of that. Because
Yes,
because
so do
I'm a
I.
potato and I miss half the shots, and then I have to either reload or switch to the other gun, which switching
Exactly.
is faster, but it still takes a little bit of time.
It's really like if you're not as I think really the meta is SMG and AR. You know, if you're not unless you're a sniper, because I usually try to run the Tommy in an M4 with a 4X on it. That's my like out of choice.
Yep.
And I think that's what I'm the most effective. I really liked it because you can fire a lot of rounds close, especially in third person when you might not know exactly where they're at, and you might have to
Do a lot of
ground a little bit to
pre-firing,
figure
yeah.
out that you can really proof up and just keep firing.
Mommy
It really
iOS
takes
gets a
somebody out.
knock on spec. Starlight's down the hill. I don't think he's seen Starlight yet. And here comes Zio with the DP, the LMG here. I see a lot of players use that too, kind of for that mid to long range.
The DP. If you got your like sensitivity down, you can put those rounds on. The DP is so effective, especially
Yeah.
if you ever use in burst fire.
Very, very small amount of recoil.
Because it doesn't really start jumping until after like that first 3 to 4 round burst. So if you just keep 3 or 4 round bursting over and over, you pretty much stay right on target.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm not that great at this game, because I use guns that like I want to think are good instead of the ones that actually are good. Like, if there's an SLR or a DP28, I'm like, well, the SLR should be much better for, long distance. But it's not. Like, I swear the SLR, if you fire one shot from it, has more recoil than the DP28. The DP28, you can just shoot full auto for like 50 rounds, basically.
Well, I'm not in the gun physics of this game, but some of them are a little odd in my personal opinion. But that's why I'm here, not working for a Tencent designing gun mechanics.
Yeah. So Kale is down here with the Mosin. Have you had a chance to run the Mosin yet?
I have not. I have not had a chance to run that yet. I'm looking forward to it.
Because every time you find one, you give it to someone else. I know.
Exactly. So, but one of these days I'm going to get a chance at it. Maybe I'll, because for some reason I play a lot of solos, and you don't get Aaron Gauze solo. You either get Miramar or you get Livik. Those are the only solo maps that people want to play.
What's the other map that they put the Mosin on?
Oh, I haven't seen that in Miramar.
Yeah, I don't think they put on Miramar. It was Erangel and Vikendi, maybe. Which I hear Vikendi is taking its last breaths.
That makes no sense to me. Like, why would you just you can just choose to not download it? Like, I don't know, and why would you just get rid of it totally?
I'm sure they're considering match times. If they end up with too many maps and so many game modes, being solo, duo, squads, first person, third person, it'll spread people out too much, and then you'll be waiting forever for a match. So like,
yeah, I know that is.
What they're gonna probably end up and do is rotate maps in and out, so you'll always have 3 or 4 maps, but they will just be different ones every couple months. So then that way, like you can play Vikendi now, and then once it's out in a week or whatever, like it's supposed to come back like remastered, like how they redid Erangel and how they redid Miramar. They're supposed to be redoing it, and it actually makes more sense for them to kind of take it out of rotation to redo it and then roll it back out as like a new map, versus just like you log in one day and have an update and it's just a new map. You know what I mean? It's more of an event.
It's like Sandhawk with all those dinosaur bones everywhere. If you notice on Sandhawk, there's like giant dinosaur bones.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. That's I think that's because of the Kong vs. Godzilla thing. Maybe?
Ooh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And most of these teams are out of zone here.
Yes. There is only two or three compounds you can really grab. They was just be coming from that southwest corner.
And there's one like dead nut center. Is 10 HP going for it? Prod actually is he just alone in this car? Oh, he's not even in a car. Oh, he was. There's this
Jumped
buggy.
out.
I'm like, I swear he was in a car, but
I think he had to see if anybody was in there.
yeah,
And then
definitely.
you go to the door. Now you can kind of. There's only three members of 10HP, so.
Let me drive in the middle of this
announce to us-
compound, and if I don't die, everyone
Hey,
else
get in
can
here,
come
get over here, get
join
over
me.
here.
Yeah,
Hurry.
quickly.
And here comes a Team Elite, Team Super Duper, Team Tier 1.
Keep running people down with the car.
She does get to that compound first, so they're happy about that.
All right, U-turn knocked out here in the middle of nowhere. They'll get some smokes down. Try to get him picked up. Looks like they're still maybe taking shots from, looks like just for fun. Thirst for points has been quiet so far this match. 0 kills. They do have all 4 members alive, and they are in zone though, so they're positioned to start kicking off here. See Rain in the kill feed, bolt action to somebody's head. There's a shocker.
Very good at the bolt action. So good.
Kesha, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, she's all by herself, taking that blue zone shot to get that kill. So we get small. So those we had less teams and a lot of kills earlier. We saw if we have only 14 teams left, even though we're going into the only the 5th zone. So we're already pretty far along considering how we normally are on engineering golf matches.
Yeah, only 36 people alive. Look at that zone coming right up to Mr. Kenobi and stopping. It's almost like he planned that.
Warrior's perfect, right in there.
And he could put some hurting on Forsaken Gaming. This is the second Forsaken Gaming squad. Forsaken Gaming Red.
Correct.
Oh, Poppy Zio gets taken out by Mobile Warriors.
Yes, that's a huge.
Let's pop down. So Spec, the last one up.
Down, yeah, one left.
So this is kind of the story of this team. I think just because of the way that they are playing in these matches, intentionally the way they're playing. I mean, they have 9 kills, but they may not make it to the top 10.
What they do is they usually, because they usually don't have all their players in the first match. They usually do pretty poor in the first match on average, but then they'll just start dominating. I mean,
yeah, well, I mean,
they do have 9 kills already. So what they'll do is, even if they don't get a top 10, or even if they get top 10, with their kills, it's gonna push them up to top 5 almost every time.
Right. And now we usually see them with 2 players in the first match.
Yeah,
sometimes maybe
so.
So here they had 3. So getting better. Spec though is still out here just to get kills. You see him getting another knock right there.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop.
On just for fun. Oh. Shuts the door on him. Oh, nice.
Now just how long he can hold this area open because there's so many teams are going to show up in the center zone.
OUTcast Bravo running. Trying to escape the blue. Snuggles runs right into a grenade from Drago. Looks like the rest of SpaceX directly on top of this ridge. Gonna immediately wipe them out as soon as they got into zone. SpaceX also with 9 kills and potentially looking at a top 5 finish here with 7 teams remaining. Got a bit of a hard shift in the zone now, though. SpaceX could rotate counterclockwise and kind of slip right in the back door, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Spec is the closest player to them, so like they're not out of the woodwork. If Spec 1v4s SpaceX,
That's something.
that'll be a highlight.
Or number 2 team. That's a highlight reel.
Payne, see there, because he had an M4, like he knew the lead. If he had an AK, it's like all his bullets would have been an inch behind. Go-To immediately gets into the zone and starts throwing nades at Spec. I like it. The nades are not quite on target though because that one was. Take that back. Take that back, caster. Come on, streamer.
That was nice. That was
I think he caught that one. Like literally like
caught in the air.
with a base, like with a mitt. Like he caught it and then it exploded.
That was impressive.
How did that nade not damage Truny at all? There must be like a pebble that blocked the entire blast. That's one thing, I don't know if they could even ever fix that. The way that like a signpost can block an entire grenade.
I don't know, it should just be like it's like rug grenades. Like you have 9 meter, 360 instant death, 15 meter extreme injury. But that's what you're taught in the military. If you're within 9 meters in a 360, you're dead.
Yeah.
In 15 meters, you're gonna be extremely wounded.
Yeah, you're not doing too well after that. The thing though is, whatever
and the on the ground, and the
yeah.
way down on the ground. If there's a grenade, if it's like far away, it's lit, and you can survive it. Like if they want to use real light, I guess, stick it down, and but then you can also do stuff like make like a stump hole or something. That'd be pretty cool too.
So. Ghost gonna surprise a couple people here, but the surprise ain't gonna last. He does get a thirst off, I believe, though, before Drago able to turn on him. So we have a 3v3, and what do you know, Forsaken Gaming, but this is Forsaken Red versus SpaceX. SpaceX has more nades.
Forsaken Gaming Red currently in 10th place overall, so.
This is some awesome terrain for this final matchup here
I'm
too.
Root for Forsaken Gaming Red, as I was rooting for the underdog, and so those guys can move up in the ranks. And you have P being the number 5th overall fragger. So, but with SpaceX, Daddy the third biggest, Junie number 4, and Drago number 6. So some of our best fraggers in this last 3v3.
So Peep is trying to work up a bit to the south. Drago may have taken a bit of damage from that grenade. Payne is knocked. Peep gets the knock on Giuliani. Peep was so low.
He is. But the turn gets knocked, so it's 2v2 still. Oh, yeah, so they finish off. So now it's just 2v2.
And here comes some explosives. That one is not quite going to be far enough. They're working on the revive. Junie's got to kind of just stay prone here and stay alive so they can get that revive off. Oh! You see that nade bounce right past him. Revive's up. Junie's up. Payne's knocked. Peep. Peep puts Junie down and then gives up his position, and that'll be that for the first match here. What an end.
Not too shabby. That was a good quality play at the very end there.
Let me turn your gunfire down, boys. So SpaceX with 16 kills. Pretty good performance
overall
there for them.
Not
The chicken dinner in match 1. Forsaken Gaming Red. Look at this performance. 3-3-3-2. Peep.
11 kills.
Peep,
That's
you needed
good.
one more
33.
kill. Very disappointed in that. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, a phenomenal job there. 11 kills in second place for Forsaken Gaming Red. Top Strikers, who I said, man, I don't think I've seen them in on a Wednesday. They may have been here on some other nights this season, but this is the first time I've seen them on a Wednesday. And they come in the first match here and grab the third place finish with 7 kills. So let me go ahead and get these screenshots. I see Tequila Shots, Thirst for Points, Sweats, GME, like all the teams that you would kind of expect. OUTcast Bravo in 8th place. Good finish for them. 10 HP in 11th. So now we get to talk to OUTcast Alpha and say, what happened? You're in 15th place.
I know we did that first match, but why would that's
Holy
usually
cow.
have to do what they can do to how they're going to improve, because as soon as they got to 5th place, they can't hold it. Men at 4 is right behind them with 6 points behind, so I'm sure they want their spot back.
So here's what you need to ask.
Where the money is.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So OUTcast Scrims finished that match in 18th place.
Yep.
And OUTcast
18th?
Alpha finished in
okay.
15th. So they only beat an unmanned solo by 3 positions. So we're going to hear why after a short word from our sponsors. Okay, we're back.
We are back, and we have, I think, all of the OUTcast Alpha players. 3 of them very, very good. Javier, Wadu, Sarge, and some other guy breaks up the last called Brownie. I don't know who he is, but he must be riding everybody's coattails. So,
see my montage, Pickford?
I have. Now, what I've seen is...
Was it just a montage of killing misfire players?
It was a montage of the reasons I'm going to go professional. You should watch it for yourself.
You go professional? Well, I mean, I saw maybe if they allow iPads, but with the
ouch.
Says
that's coming from an iPad player right there.
Oh yes, I'm barely able to play with an iPad.
I guarantee they'll make exceptions for that quality.
That was started out after 2 weeks in 13th place and has built it up all the way to 5th. Excuse me, we haven't talked to him a lot this season, so we figure we have him come in all on Wednesday. With OUTcast Alpha team. Now, OUTcast Alpha you guys have been slowly moving up the ranks, but you haven't. Usually, those teams that move up the ranks also have a ton of kills. You guys have really been doing it by more placement less kills. Only Brownie on the team from OUTcast Alpha currently in the top 20 in kills. So, like, really, how have you guys been able to score all those points? Well, while relatively, sometimes you guys are fragged out, but relatively, you guys haven't been getting a lot of kills.
That not a lot of kills kind of pattern was really only at the beginning because our team wasn't really all there yet.
Mm-hmm.
We've been getting a lot of kills ever since we really had this lineup set.
Okay. And if you don't know, obviously OUTcast Alpha or OUTcast Esports had a set lineup just days before the start of the season, and the team completely exploded. And they had to really build a team from who was still there and who was available to play. They had lost some other players to Tequila Shots and some other teams. So really, it showed the first 2 weeks, OUTcast Alpha was really not played very well. Obviously, good players. You guys were all quality players, but the synergy, you can just tell the synergy was not there. You guys were not on the same page. What was how frustrating was it those first couple weeks when you guys were just trying to learn how to play with each other?
It was, at least for me, knowing what the team did back in Season 1, extremely frustrating. I mean, not just the fact the results, but I mean, the curveball of losing the entire team 2 days before. It's like the worst nightmare that we could have had. But, I mean, our results definitely showed bad in the beginning, but I think this current lineup has proved, not just here, but in other tournaments as well, our ability, and obviously it's allowed us to climb back up the leaderboard.
And I think that the overall OUTcast Alpha style of play, it does have a lot of the same tendencies that you had back in Season 1 with C-Dub and those guys. I know that, with Wadu obviously understands that, and when you had Gold and stuff, that same type of mentality of dropping to a safe location, getting loot, rotating center, holding compounds, trying to find advantageous places in Miramar, high altitudes, trying to reduce the amount of rotations. Obviously that's where you got.
Lose Pickford?
Hello?
Pick cut out.
Sorry about that. It's like my microphone unplugged. You guys obviously try to minimize those rotation problems, because that's usually where you guys have your most problems early in a match, is rotating center circle early in a match. You guys have, except for this last match where you guys had a problem with that, but you guys have been able to do that a lot. How you guys been able to kind of get everybody on the same page with what is the OUTcast Alpha, style of play?
I mean, it kind of adapted. We're definitely still obviously going, like you mentioned, for the, trying to go for a quieter drop and a quieter early game, setting up for the late game. But I mean, I'm more confident to send this team to take an early fight if I think we have an advantage than I was before. I think this team is just all around, the players that we have are gun skill is on the level to where I'm confident to be able to make those decisions. So that's the main thing that's, I guess, changed our gameplay. We're not playing as scared. We're playing more. We're still playing tactically, but we're being more tactically aggressive than we used to be.
Well, I think one of the things that's really good for your team is I think a guy like Sarge. I think Sarge is very, very good at adapting his gameplay to the team he was on. If you saw him last year with Dream Killers there, he was more of a fragging out, more of a hectic, more especially when he was matched up with Junie, two of them could really go off for a lot of kills, where then in this team he can kind of hold it back and be more economic with his shots, more strategic with his gameplay. So I think Wado is also a great one of those foundational players, a lot like Broda is, where maybe he doesn't get as much hype as everybody else does, but he can just go in there and play match after match, not make mistakes, always be there, make the good rotations, make the good decisions, even if he doesn't have to be told. And I think also bringing in, was it Avier? Is that, am I saying it right?
That's Wadu. That's Wadu.
Yeah.
Kale.
So they're doing very, very well. And then, because I think
Kale.
that, but I think that one thing, and I think Brad, I've talked to you about this a million times, is I think that sometimes you get good players, but you're always looking for that next shiny coin. And sometimes I think if you just stay with the guys you have, I think like this right here, you stay with the same group of guys for 3 weeks now, and the proof is in the pudding. You guys have been flying up the scores.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're necessarily nitpicky with our lineup. I mean, we just had advisory. He decided to leave the team and go on his own way.
Well,
So
that's
it's
you
like
have
when
no
we're
control
making
over
these
that.
roster change, yeah. Well, that's what it's mostly been. I mean, obviously, I didn't want to. Beginning of the season, I had no options to rebuild.
Yeah.
I just took what was available, and obviously, as time went on, I began to have more options. So, I mean, obviously, I was going to, go over what the best option was going to be to be successful. Because I mean, now we're not really nitpicky with. At least I like to think we're not.
I think
It's just,
I think this season you've really like I said, run with it with the horses you got. I think you did it very well in season 1. Even though when you had adaptation problems, you were able to make those. I think that maybe like in between the two seasons, when you had the OUTcast Black, and then you had Red, and then you had and then you had Broda, those guys left and stuff. You had a lot of moving parts. Especially with obviously your former IGL maybe didn't get along with a lot of people, so that caused some people to leave. Even if you didn't want them to leave, their more combative behavior caused them to leave. Then once it all settled down, he said, "This is what we got, and what you have is pretty damn good, in my opinion." And that's, I think, why you guys are 5th place. And it's gonna be hard to make that next those next jumps because the points get high. But you guys have been had your first win on Monday, so I guess getting that first win, that first scrim win, I guess. Like, it must have been, pretty like, okay, it's all this work's been worth it. We finally kind of got to a place where at least we're competitive with any other team on here.
Yep. And right after I answer, I'm gonna have to start the room. But
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, getting that first win was definitely something I was at least personally pretty happy about it, just because of. I know Sarge was as well, just because of all the crap we've been through this season.
Yeah, it was like
our whole
proof
team
that the proof that what you were working towards finally has achieved. It took a few weeks, but you finally had to start from scratch. But you finally achieved that first goal of getting that scrim win. And we said you guys can get in the room. We're going to have you guys in all night, so we're in no rush to talk about other things. But again, we're talking to OUTcast Alpha, the not only the sponsor team of these OUTcast scrims, but a team that's made a lot of movement and been around for a lot, and they've had a lot of ups and downs. So it's really good to hear from you guys, and we'll talk to you guys after Miramar. Hopefully, you guys will get up on the top of a mountain and shoot everybody OUTcast style.
All right, thanks, Pickford. Thanks, Nick.
Later.
All right, good luck, man. Have a great match.
And if you know that is textbook OUTcast Alpha, is that they love to rotate up, drive up the side of a mountain, get up on top there, and just rain hell down from above.
Straight up the mountain.
The teams I don't know how that they I've played with C-Dub before, and he'll just drive around and drive up the mountains just to see which way he can get up there in different vehicles, just for later. And I don't know how the mechanics of the game works, but sometimes it seems like he's driving a buggy up the side of a mountain, gets to the top, and then nobody knows he's up there, so they just and then they go prone, so they have like no recoil and just murder people out of vehicles and running around.
You just got to put the transfer case in 4 low. All right, while we get queued up for this, just put it in the hover mode and just fly straight up. While we load into this Miramar match, let's take a look at the prizes that these teams are playing for. All right, so a plethora of loot that our teams are competing for, provided by our sponsors, HyperX, of course, and also Mobile Gaming Core. Go ahead and
don't
get some
forget, if you
volume
are
back
going over to
in.
Mobile Gaming Core and buying something, make sure to use that code Nick at checkout to get 10% off.
100% of the time, you should be doing that. 200% of the time, if that were
And I tell you
possible.
what, especially if you play on Apple products, they have a huge selection of Apple product gaming apparatus for you to use, along with Android too. But Apple, it's incredible how much they have.
Yeah, they go back to cases at least to the iPhone 8, if maybe even earlier. But they have iPad accessories, iPhone accessories, some stuff for Android. A really new, exciting thing coming out very soon, I think in May. That's going to be an Android-only thing, surprisingly enough, just because Apple won't use a USB-C port like the rest of the world. Although, like the device should work fine if you have an iPad Pro that's USB-C. So I guess it's maybe Apple. Well, it's Apple compatible. We'll say that. So a couple teams down Los Leones right off the bat. We got D3, Men of 4, just for fun. New Hampshire. I mean, nobody's hero. And who's this team 15? Oh, Mobile Warriors. Of course, the only player without a tag is the player I look at, and then I'm like, who the heck is this? Hack's already with the kill. Let's head on over. Oh, I was going to guess Pickford, but Pickford's empty. Where did Sweats end up at? Because I just saw them in the kill feed already. Rogue is somehow still parachuting.
They're over there with top strikers.
Oh, they're all underneath. Okay. Oh, plus Dulo, a different player than I was used to looking for. My bad. So top strikers had a really good first match, and now they're just down to Otto, the only one on his feet. And
well,
that's such a crazy thing on a map as big as Miramar that you can't land in the middle of nowhere and not be with another team. But as we have discussed, that's kind of a byproduct of how spread out Miramar is. Even though it's a big map, when you are in the plane looking for a place to land, there's only going to be a few select spots that are going to be really juicy.
If you're not going to go to a city, you're going to have to kind of split loot some of the junk areas. If you see like Autobots did by Crater Fields, and the Misfire did right above them. But now the problem is that once you get that initial loadout, where are you going to? Where's your rotation going to? If you're going to load a junk compound, you're probably not going to have a lot, so you want to kind of probably rotate earlier so you get to a compound to hold versus trying to take a compound.
100%. Oh, Mobile Warriors has been into it from the start, too. They're already down 2 players out. Task just had to first aid up as he was pretty low. Only has a level 1 vest, obviously not the best.
Quite a few teams down in Los Leones. I mean, they're really going at it.
Can he drop this nade over the wall? Woo! Men of 4 now grouping up together. Could work out, but they're all kind of out in the open in the road. Mommy iOS, though, gets the job done on Zohan. So now it's just Tess, the only one left for Mobile Warriors, and he's facing 4 players. I mean, what do you do in this situation? It's near impossible to win this engagement, and where he's at, it's equally near impossible to get away.
There you go. Now they know exactly where he's at. He's taking rounds.
Yeah.
And he's done. Yeah.
Well, real deal. Big brain play right there, going up on top to get that kind of high ground overlook position.
No, this is Metal 14, but it's no joke. My iOS from Dream Killer's last season. They're only 6 points behind OUTcast Alpha. So yes, OUTcast Alpha did get 5th place, but I don't think Metal 4 is just willing to give up that spot. They're going to want to try to get that back because that is the last prize spot for season 2.
Hack's trying to line up a nade. Well, that did quite a bit of damage, but didn't result in a knock. He knows they're right there, though. Oh, there you go. That nade worked. A double nade as Pan tossed one in there as well, securing 2 knocks.
If you're effective with your grenades, it makes this game so much easier.
And of course they run in and go for the thirsts, and then Pan gets knocked. Mommy iOS on the flank. Good moves there from Men of 4 to work together on that.
Good. I mean, that's some excellent squad play right there. Already have 5 team kills, but they did lose BBC, so that's obviously the pound of flesh we talk about all the time. That we
yeah.
Early.
I have this bad taste in my mouth from that. Like, so they were down to 2 players, just for fun. They get 2 knocks, and I don't know if they knew there was 1 player up or 2 players up, but there's at least 1 player still up. So you run in there, and you go to thirst your knock, and then you get knocked, and then your last player gets 2v1'd, like perfect timing on both sides coming around that crate. It's just like
also what's frustrating.
Like if you didn't try to thirst the knock. Yeah, if you didn't try to thirst the knock, like, well, yeah, that's kind of a different situation, but I don't know. I mean, I'm all about thirsting, right? It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like if you think you might be even, like a 2v2, you need to be looking for the next threat.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
That's an excellent point. Yeah, you are 100% right.
I mean, we saw that in the last match. A player ended up knocked. He was able to get picked up, but same thing. Came around the corner, sees a down player, immediately is like, I'm shooting him till he's dead.
It's also, by not shooting it, if you let them stay up, you know that the other team's going to try to get to him, and then you can have an advantage when they're picking them up to kind of get around, like Mommy did. When they went around that corner, was able to get those rounds off on someone picking something else up. They're not. If the person's already dead, then that person's now focused 100% on you guys around them, not on picking up their teammate.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
You know, a lot of times people will purposely, I've been knocked many, many times, and I'll tell them, don't come get me. They're waiting. They can shoot me right now, but they're waiting for someone to go pick me up to get 2 kills.
Right, they're using you as bait.
Exactly.
The flip side of that is the knocked player, depending on the situation, could be passing intel along. So sometimes it does make sense, to get the elimination, but if you throw nades over a wall and get 2 knocks, and you rush around the knock, and the first thing you do is thirst before you look around to find another player,
you're probably going to get knocked yourself. Yeah. Right.
Especially in third person, right? Because they watched you come around the corner from behind the little whatever they were hiding behind, and then when you're distracted with thirsting up a knock or reloading your gun or doing whatever you're doing, that's when they pounce.
You got a 4v4 battle with Misfire and for City Gaming Red.
Yeah.
City Gaming Red has 2 people close and 2 people deep. Hashi and Peep doing Overwatch. Because these compounds are so wide open, they can really get an open shot where Peep and Ligma and Monte are going to trying to give some grenades. They know that Payne is in there, trying to pepper that grenade in there perfectly to get that knock. Because if they can get a knock on this spread out people, they're going to be it's going to be very doubtful they're going to be able to pick them up. With Forsaken Gaming choosing to keep a guy deep. This is a case of if they can get Payne knocked. That's if I was these guys, I'd be focusing on getting this guy, trying to get an angle on this guy. Payne's gonna try to push
Payne's
back.
focusing on getting the heck out of there.
Yeah, that's smart. That's very smart on Payne's part to get back. At least now, if there is a knock, they can be easily picked up. They have that two-man integrity, so that they can do what they do. And now they can.
And now the third party
now
comes
Dabs
in.
Gets knocked from those guys out of third party, but they.
That's not something you see all that often on Miramar.
No.
Third parties,
Yeah,
not like Sandhawk
Yeah.
or anything like that, but obviously at Canon does happen.
So now Blitz obviously going to probably tighten up a lot, knowing that there's a team behind him. He's going to focus on the team in front of him, but not. If I was him, not move too much from knowing that the team behind him can, if they can get through a window, can put damage on him. As now Poppy Zios is coming around, trying to get behind the other two guys at Misfire, see if he can get some rounds up there, where they have Starlight, Spec, and Duello up on the upper right or left hand side, depending on how you're looking at it, and Poppy Zio up on the other side, trying to get some angles on this Misfire team. If they can get, I'm sure if they can get a knock on either side, that's gonna cause push. Here comes the push now from Starlight.
Sure enough, Poppy Zio with that SLR able to thread a few shots through the window. I don't think that was a knock, but he definitely put Payne in a corner to go think about his actions. There's that knock on Blade from U-turn.
They go to this. All of them just pushed in there on Blade. The whole three members, while Zio's up there doing Overwatch.
And poor turn gets his knock stolen.
Mm-hmm.
As was Starlight looked like had a Groza.
Ligma and Monte are in a bad situation because they can't really get out of there because of gaming and for the Overwatch. What's going to happen is Team 1 is just going to get themselves, or the team Tier 1 is going to get themselves together, and they're going to push over onto this other side of Misfire and push those two guys. And then once they finish that, they're going to push across the road onto Forsaken Gaming. They're very methodical what they're doing. They finished one issue, like I said, they did it 4v1 or 3v1. Now they're going to smoke up and they're going to push over on Monty and Ligma and get in there.
We got a lot of Ecstasy fans in chat, looks like. Good to see them supporting their team. Starlight, what are you doing?
I don't know.
That was not a...
Papa Zio does does he get knocked by OUTcast?
I don't know, but they're going to finish him.
OUTcast comes up behind his third party. So smart play on OUTcast's part.
Yeah, as I was saying, I don't know, but they're going to end up with the point.
Terrible for Misfire, but excellent for... If Misfire is that they're catching rounds from up on top for gaming. So Misfire and the two guys from the Tier 1 teams are in a terrible pickle in between this Forsaken Gaming, and right now if I'm Misfire, I'm kind of keeping my head down. Let these guys kind of battle it out and wait till I'm getting pushed, because you got pretty much you stick your head up any one of these windows, you're gonna get it popped from some angle.
Sarge. Where is he? Oh, he threads the needle. Where is he going?
Is he gonna go?
There's another team up the hill.
Maybe he didn't know. Maybe they thought that he wasn't there yet, because he goes right in there. There's nobody in there. Brownie is gonna go and rush Misfire. He'll beat it by himself. They literally just like pushed every. Avaya goes up there and pushes up on top, and no one's gonna be down there. And Brownie, I don't know why they did all this push Misfire. Why they decided to push one over at Forsaken Game, two in Forsaken Game, two at Misfire. They all pushed Misfire. They could have probably
they I don't think had all of the information.
Knowledge? Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, like I think maybe he was
Monty
trying
does
to
go down by Peep.
go
See, that's what
around.
happens when you have to put your head out, you're gonna get knocked by somebody else up on top, and that's exactly what happened. The Misfire team was in such a bad spot because they can't move around enough to see where OUTcast Alpha's doing because he's gonna get shot by somebody else. And there you go. Ligma almost takes down Brian, but was unable to. And like I said, that was I think a huge mistake for OUTcast Alpha. Even if they didn't know someone was up there, they should have just pushed. They knew the Misfire was there. They should have pushed 4v against that Misfire team and then redirected from, pushed up from this bottom thing. And then they would have all 4 players, and they could kind of figure out where the next threat is.
Yeah, I think obviously
like
there was with Forsaken Red being on top of that hill, like that was the wild card because that was the 4th team involved there, maybe 5th team involved there.
Yeah, and I think that was in there. If they had
he would have had if he would have been able to get into that building and been alive, he would have had they would have had so many angles into that into the compound that Misfire was in. So it was a smart play, just it didn't work out because of the Overwatch on top of the hill.
I know. I think and now see Peep's up there. Just what the problem now with this is that Peep's getting these knocks. But he's only getting knocks. It's going to probably help Team 14 because Team 14 is going to either if Team 14 pushes, Forsaken Gaming is going to knock him down, and if Team 11 pushes, 14 the Tier 1 guys are going to knock him down. So yes, Peep is getting knocks, but the knocks are going to be for nothing because you can't finish the rush. You can't finish him off.
Well, he's got 3 kills somehow. Maybe not from this exchange, but
Peep, yes, I mean he's got kills, but. He's got a ton. He knocked both the Misfire members, and I think OUTcast Alpha got the kills for those. At least once he knocked some of these Tier 1 Sweats players. I don't know how many kills Peep on him. Peep has, he has all 4 of the kills. So yeah, he's getting. But I don't know how many knocks he's got. He's got a lot of knocks. But I just don't see at this point how they're going to get any finishes on this OUTcast Alpha team.
Well, they do have the 2 players. They do have the 2 players low that are up close. That if the snipers are able to get a couple knocks, these guys could push. They can't push off 1 knock, considering there's 2 teams there.
Exactly.
And actually now SpaceX is joining in the fun.
Is that Real Deal up there on top? Real Deal is also coming from the other side, I think. I don't know if he's going to stay or if he's just getting eyes and he decided to beat feet once he figured out there's people down there.
Once he figured out there's already 7 teams here, he's like, yeah, let's go somewhere else.
And it's very odd that like on this one random location on this map that so many teams are just...
Brownie pushed right back into SpaceX and but Spec ends up with the kill on him. Interesting.
They probably finished...
I think each of the 3 players each got killed by a different team.
Pretty much, but it did give Payne a chance to drive back. So not only U-turn is close up with the Sweats team, but now Sweats, oh my God, where's T4P shooting him from? Oh, now T4P's up in the other corner, shooting at him. So now we have another team that's just showed up to join this. This has been like a 7-way dance since we started this little compound area. This little 4-way or T-square, right? T-stop right here. We still have the Sweats. Now U-turn's trying to get out of here, using the building as a backdrop. But when he drives up, T4P is going to put rounds on him. And now he's got to jump out of the plane and go, or jump out of the car and run back to the compound after T4P put a bunch of rounds on him. Their best case is if Peep or Payne can get a knock out of somebody from T4P, that will change their focus from shooting at them, and maybe then that U-turn can get up that hill.
And slowly and quietly, Meeseeks has 6 kills. Good to see them doing well this match.
Sweats are up there shooting the crap out of Benefor I would say Bravo for way to their right. So, I mean, people are there's I think 8 teams now, 8 separate teams involved somehow in this battle so far.
Junie with eyes on. See, Ecstasy in the kill feed. They're fighting Forsaken here. Forsaken Red. No, that's just Forsaken Gaming, not
That's just-
Forsaken
yeah,
Red. That's
Red
just
is over
regular
this
Forsaken. Oh my God, there's too many teams with the same name. But only one Misfire squad. Usually
Only
it's
one.
the Misfire ones. I'm like, yeah, I don't know which team that is. Now it's all the other teams.
Exactly.
Oh man, it's dancing over there. All right, now Meeseeks ends up and finds SpaceX, takes a couple of them out with a grenade. OUTcast Bravo's over here now too. Ghost Melee Elite? What? This is unbelievable, all the teams that have been involved
One
here.
member from the embassy.
It's
He's
only
not really
member
doing
left.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Snipes! He was 0 HP and he still ran around the side of the thing. It's like he was dead but still running. I thought only Deer did that.
Pickens.
Okay. Okay. You're right. That's from above gold with the Uzi. Trying to juke him.
It looks like that team pushing up. They finish off. No, they have Forsaken and Daddy Cloud. Only done to go spec down for the sweats.
Oh! Did they not hear him? Did they not hear any
so.
footsteps? Holy cow.
Because he just, as soon as he healed, he pushed and took them both out. So excellent job by Ghost Spec.
He's got them sneaky feet.
Mm-hmm.
And we're down to 8 teams. Autobots still has all their members alive. They have this compound, but they're outside of zone. Looks like they're trying to locate Metaphor Black before they rotate in. And well, they found Beanbag as Rain gets the knock with the Scar. Dark J avoiding some shots there. Looked like maybe a vehicle parked in that smoke. A lot of sparks coming off. And Naruto finding Dark J hopping around there. So that's going to give Autobots another kill. And one more.
More importantly, gives them a kind of a direction to rotate into the zone, even though they do
Yeah.
have Metaphor right up there.
Oh, what
Mommy,
a
that's
throw by Dodger. He threw the first grenade, and it hit the top of the window and bounced straight back down on the other side. Luckily, it went on the other side of the wall and not back into the shack with him. Dodger, a graduate of the Duke School of Grenade Throwing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. Zeno said, yeah, we'll take that easy one. The cloud of smoke right on the edge of the blue wasn't, you know, obvious at all. All right, top 5 situation here. The zone is pretty much wide open. No one's in it. We got 10 HP up, thirst for points, men of 4, Autobots, and Meeseeks. Meeseeks piling it on with 13 kills right now. Jokester, though,
Wow.
the only one alive. He's got to run back. Can he get a revive on Sicko or not? I don't think he can safely.
And there goes Misfire. They got hit by 2 different sides. B6 on one side and Metaphor on the other.
Like, hey, if you want picked up, you got to crawl to me. There you go. Okay, come to the rock I'm at, bro.
Goldie back there, just healing up, trying to stay alive.
Just chilling in the burn.
Nope, can't pull that one off. Now, what can Mommy and Real do? Mommy, Real and Vanna do against this T for B team? It's because they do have to push up.
Well, that grenade was right in the middle of everyone, but far enough away for no damage. Yeah, Meeseeks in chat cheering on their team. I think Meeseeks ended up in 3rd in this match. We'll find
Yes,
out
did
here
very, very well.
in a second. Let's see,
Meeseeks
we
Academy.
still have this 3v2 or 3v4 rather.
Dodger is getting picked up, so he'll be able to fight a little bit longer. kind of like the teams that really have to move forward because of the zone, so they're using their smokes and using the contour to keep themselves up. Oh, but Zeno does go down. I don't think it's gonna be able to.
Oh, Forgotten is super low.
Why is I don't know if I was Zeno. I don't know why Mommy went in there to start Zeno. Zeno was trapped up there, and now Pretty Boy's coming right up on him.
Because that boy needs some milk. He's thirsty.
I guess so.
He's thirsty.
And now, I mean, that was not thirsty. He pushed up to the thirst Zeno if you got the knock, knowing that there was nobody there to help him. If you had kept him from getting trying to go for the thirst, maybe somebody could have gotten another knock. Or somebody tried to push up, like when Pretty Boy D did.
Yeah, that's where that team chemistry comes in. Like if like you said, if two of them would have pushed at the exact same time, that would have been completely different. But as it is, we still have a 3v4. Here comes some nades, though. Ooh. The nades are causing some damage, but nothing catastrophic yet.
Yeah, we still have one more zone to get to. Both teams are going to have to push up into.
My fingers are as fat as sausage. Well, I mean, I've seen some pretty skinny sausages and some pretty fat sausages in my day. I've been around a lot of sausages. So,
Had a lot of sausages in my mouth.
You're going to have to be a little bit more descriptive. Pretty Boy gets a knock on Mommy. Real deal knocks Zeno. Vena's down from Forgotten. It's all going off. Now Dodger gets a knock on, or no, a finish on Mommy.
Oh, Real Deal's the only one still up. Oh, there you go.
That'll be that. So we got Thirst for Points. You know, the perennial top performing teams are, continuing with their winning ways. Thirst for Points, a little bit of a roster change here over the past couple of weeks, but still maintaining a high level of gameplay. Let's see, they had 12 kills and the chicken dinner. Men of 4 here comes in second place. Mommy iOS with 5 kills, 11 total for the team. So exceptional performance there. 10 HP coming in out of the blue zone, 0 kills, third place. Crickets. Baked Bunny Gaming said crickets at the exact perfect time, even though she's must be living in the future with the delay. Meeseek's in 4th place, then Jokester with 7 kills. The team had 13 total. Autobots comes in 5th. Ecstasy on top. Well, they're in 6th place this match. And then Sweats comes in 7th. All right, let me go ahead and get these screenshots. And I'm assuming we got scores we can look at for a second. Yeah, and then we'll get to
I want to ask about
the next interview.
That squad rush, that rush day where they pushed one guy up, one guy way into the compound across the street, one way up on the hill, and then Brownie and the other guy, I think, just went straight at misfire. Why didn't they all just go right at misfire? They would have had that compound locked down. But I have to ask that question. That's what I would have done.
Well, we'll find out. Let's take a look at scores. These should be scores after the first match. So this is just after match 1. As you see SpaceX there on top with their 46 points. 13 points back for second place Forsaken Gaming Red. That's a significant gap there for one match. Top Striker Sweats to kill his shots. All right, let's go ahead and look at page 2. And again, this is from the first match results. We'll have the second match results here right after the interview, which will be right after this message from our sponsors. All right, we are back for round 2 with OUTcast Alpha, who's now a solo.
Being said, Brownie, the CEO of OUTcast. You can find him every Sunday morning at his church playing the piano and organ for his congregation. When he's not doing that, though, he's running OUTcast business. And just like in this last match, he was running OUTcast Alpha's business. So, first question, Brownie. We watched that match you guys had. It was kind of like a 3-way battle. You guys were behind Misfire. Misfire had that front compound. Sweats had the compound to the right. And then Forsaken Gaming Red had the compound to your left, and then 2 members from Forsaken Gaming were up on top of the hill. You guys roll up with your 4 players. You send one person, I think it was Sarge, at Forsaken Gaming.
No, false.
What happened then?
So when we pulled up, I got the knock on Thirst on Zeo, and so we knew, okay, Sweats is there. Kale gets a knock on the other guy, ERA something, across the street. So we're like, all right, there's one down, there's another knock, we're going to push over. I said, okay, you guys, push across the street. We're going to go fight that. Now, Sarge and Wadu assumed I said push across street north. And so they both pushed across street north, and they ran into Forsaken Red. And so, being only a duo, me and Kale didn't want to fight Sweats, obviously. So we crashed. We didn't know it was Misfire. We just crashed on that one because we figured whoever it is easier than Sweats. Then we took him out, and then we were like, all right, well, zone's shifting away from here. Let's try to get out now. And so I tried to go back the way we came. I didn't know SpaceX had taken that hill. So, I mean, we got shot at from like 4 teams.
You have to go back and watch.
Us.
We literally, for 20 minutes, didn't leave that, like, 100 square meter area. Like, everything happened the entire match right there. It was pretty funny.
I think it was a total of 8 teams rotated in and had some sort of action in that little T junction. Because I knew something had to be up, because I would have figured that you would have pushed right into Misfire, because there was only 2 players there, held down that compound. Once you got the knocks on Sweats, so you know Sweats is over there. If you then push across and get those, take out Misfire, then you have kind of a better decision to whether you go for Forsaken. But I knew something was up when you pushed Sarge, and then the other guy went all the way to the very top, got smoked by the 2 guys up there. I knew that there was had to be some sort of miscommunication.
We knew there was a team on the hill. We didn't know there was a team down below, but regardless, I'd said to push across the street. But I wasn't specific enough, even though Kale marked it. Like, Kale was like, yeah, I got the knock there, we're pushing. I said, okay, we're pushing across the street. The other 2 decided to go zoom in to the other side, to the north.
So obviously now we're 2 matches in. I don't think that you're in a position you want to be in, especially when you guys have
nope.
Earned 5th place overall, and you know that Metaphor is right behind you, right on your asses. They haven't been playing well. The Metaphor is one of those OG teams that have been here since the beginning. It's not a team that's ever going to roll over for anybody. So now you got 2 matches left. What's the mindset going into to Sandhawk, which is probably the RNG capital of all the maps? You know, if you guys drop what you guys drop, and there can be another team right there or no teams. What's the mindset going into this 3rd match?
Not die early, but we also need to frag out, so we'll have to figure out a way to do both.
All right, and I think that's the honest answer, is that you want to obviously you want to not die early. And people say, well, no shit, Sherlock. Well, yes, on Sandhawk that is no shit, because a lot of times when you drop, I mean, I always say the first thing I do when I drop Sandhawk in a scrim is make sure everybody has a weapon and everybody's kind of like looked a 360 perimeter around where we're at. To make sure no one's going to sneak up on us, no one's cut up a hill, no one's low crawling up a hill from behind us or landed late or whatever. Because I don't know how many times you think you're safe in your little compound and there's another team 50 meters away and just like spraying you down. So I think it is a good idea to not maybe first one not die early, but then have that mentality that we got to go. We can't just maybe push center right off the bat. Maybe we got to get some kills. We've got to get placement and kills in these 2 matches, because I think that you guys can do very obviously. I think Aragol is a better stylistic map for OUTcast Alpha, because it has less RNG overall than Seta, which has it's just such a tight knit place with so many people able to third-party snake and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we've been doing better on Sandhawk recently than we have previously, but yeah, it's definitely not our historically best map. So we got to just find a way to strike the balance to get kills, but also not die early, because we need a lot of points to hold the line.
Well, I mean, it's a shame that like Vikendi, and we took Vikendi off, because if you go back at the stats, I think if I'm not mistaken, that Vikendi was one of OUTcast's most successful maps, because it's set up where you guys can grab a compound, and then you guys have that 360 where you can see people coming up, and you guys are one of the best teams in this lobby when it comes to defending a compound. I think you guys have really gotten that done and mastered it. So losing that Vikendi, I think a lot of people thought that like it was like Brownie's like goal, but I tell you, if it was your goal, then you're a moron, because that was one of the maps where you guys did the best.
People always have theories about things, but there's always a reason. I don't care, even if it negatively impacts my team. If it's better for the integrity of the competition, then I mean, they're taking it away anyways now.
Yeah, so it's going away anyway. So you've got based on we'll make a little role play. Say you get yourself a nice top five finish, at 10 kills. You guys are back in the mix of things. Well, what is that mindset then going into Erangel? Do you want to
play it normally?
Just play normally? And if you do have a less than stellar in Sandhawk, then what does that tell you about? Does it change your drop location? Are you dropping more center?
No.
To try to get killed? Are you dropping farther away to make sure you don't have any issues in the beginning?
We're taking same drop spots no matter what. It's just a matter of what we do from there. If we're trying to take fights that we don't have to take or not.
Now, obviously,
why don't you just drop Primorsk with sweats?
That seems like a very good idea.
Top tier play right there. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pickford.
No, that was perfect. I love that was a perfect question.
I mean, if you're out of it anyway, you might as well give us some entertainment.
One thing that
give them free kills. Yeah.
Give the people what they want.
What they want. One of the things that I think always either decides if you're going to have a top 5 finish in Erangel or if you're going to have a rough match is your rotations in Erangel. Obviously, it had negatively affected you in match 1. How are you going to? That's one thing I think, that if you have one hole in the armor when it comes to Erangel, it's that rotation early. A lot of times when you guys aren't successful, it's when you get knocked away. How are you planning on like solving that riddle you guys have in front of you right now?
Oh, we moved early in Erangel. We just entered into a fight we didn't have to take, and that screwed us basically. So,
because if you guys are able to get that initial rotation into the zone, get and hold the compound, you guys, I think I would have to look at the numbers, but you guys have to be, at least 60-70% chance of getting top 10, top 5. But when you do have those issues, one or two guys gets knocked because you guys use multiple vehicles. That obviously that puts you guys more into a defensive mode, which you guys can still do well, but then it obviously takes away from the kills aspect. It puts you more into a position race versus kills.
Absolutely. And,
we'll
see you next round, Pickford.
Well, good luck. Hopefully you guys do well in Sandhawk, and we can see you fighting to maintain the top 5 spot overall going into the last match.
Nope. See you then, Pickford.
All right. Good luck.
Bye, Nick.
If you remember anything, I remember one match specifically on Sandhawk where all of Brownie's teammates got eliminated, and I think he ended up and won the match. And he literally walked through the middle of zone, rock to rock, tree to tree, and no one ever saw him the whole time. So, maybe they can pull it out here.
It can definitely happen. Because what's good about OUTcast Alpha is no matter what situation occurs, they have the players know what to do. If they rotate center and they hold a compound, they have all 4 players. They know how to play that game. If they get down to 2 players, if they get down to 3 players, if they get down to that situation like you just said, where it's just one player, there's 21 teams left, and you're the only one left. They know how to play that game too. So it's just a case of them wanting to, I think, get the best situation that they can be in. And with Sandhawk, I mean, I think it's like that first 5 minutes is just can be so difficult, because you drop a compound. I keep saying it. I think T4P has one of the best drop locations. They drop behind Camp Alpha, hit those compounds. I think that the town right on the shore behind Camp Charlie, and all those compounds we have in Camp Bravo are some of the best places to loot because I think they're the least risky. Then what you can do is you can loot there, then rotate into the camps and kind of take those teams. If any teams in there by surprise, they're usually looting that whole big area. They're going to be spread out. You can probably get a knock and a thirst really quick. At least one of the players. You give yourself at least a 4v3 if you want to take that fight, or you can rotate away from them. By the time they figure out what's just happened, you can already be 50 to 100 meters away and rotate out without any more damage, get a free kill.
Very good thoughts there. Good map knowledge there. Let's look at scores real quick. We're already hitting the ground here. So Thirst for Points now sits in first place by 3. A total of 3 points over SpaceX. Forsaken Gaming, 11 points back in third. Sweats currently sits in 4th place, and Men of 4 is in 5th. Let's go ahead and look
really
at
worried about
that page 2 here.
That Sweats team can go off and really do damage and fly up to score.
There you got page 2. OUTcast Alpha sitting in 21st right now. Not the look that they're going for. Anyway, we're on the ground. Let's see what we got shaking.
I'm just, I mean, that Sweats team is in a perfect spot to go off on this map, get first place with 20 kills.
And they are right now being in Paradise Resort with 2 other teams. Now, the 2 other teams that are here include Forsaken Gaming and Men of 4. So it's not going to be a free ride, but it looks like Men of 4 already might have decided to leave town. They said, "Nah, this ain't for us."
Because if they are able to be successful against both those squads, not only do they get those 8 kills, but it's 2 great teams that aren't going to be around later in the match to have to deal with.
Yeah, but this goes back to one thing that you've said too, is that's not likely for them to walk out of here with 8 kills and all 4 members still.
Exactly, that's a very good point. Yes. So it is a pretty northern circle. So it looks like I think teams are going to be able to get into. There's not a lot of teams south. Those teams I think that are south are going to be able to rotate up north unless they run into each other. But looks like I think the teams are early. But that over there in Paradise, it's just there is quite a lot of action. VTE is over there. Tequila shots. Men of 4 is rotating away, but both Forsaken Gaming with Danny Cloud playing with them, and the all 4 members. They're a 4-man squad of this Tier 1 team. So if Forsaken Gaming Red does get knocked out early, I mean, that's
and Trek is the first one down. That was some. Did you see the shots there from Starlight?
Wow.
Dang, right on target. With the 2x too. Now, if I saw that through my screen with the 2x, I would have gotten like 1 hit marker and it would have been on their big toe and it would have done like 6 damage. So that's why I'm on this side of the screen and not on that side of the screen.
Danny Cloud is also knocked too, and I mean they're coming around. They have 2 coming around from one side. They're going to do a pincer movement. But, it's right where Forsaken Gaming is going to come right down on them.
You'll probably also see that there isn't like a huge rush to Thirst Knox. Oh my gosh. Jonica got Trek up, but they are in a tough spot right now.
Poppy, Zio, and Drillo, they're going to push over. They're still going to make that pincer, but they do get a knock on. Trick does get a knock on Starlight, so that's going to slow him down.
Spec might end up and go down too. Okay, that gives them a way out. Oh, but now Jonica's knocked, so Trick doesn't really have a free ride. Now he's... Yeah, I was going to say, he might just take some thirsts just to make sure that they get some extra points here. He's in a corner. Starlight has told them exactly. That nade, though, if it ever blows up...
And he takes out... Oh, wow! Whoa! Clip that...
No, BTE, third-partied. Where is Shinu at?
Up there on the edge with Seabass up there at the 205, 190.
Just saved Trick's skin long enough maybe just to kill him anyway. But why did Forsaken Gaming only have 3 players in this match?
That is a very, very good question. Because it is, especially when the other Forsaken Gaming team, that's what they have. They have 4 players. I think they're going to take a player up with them.
Yeah, I mean...
I mean, that's
That's
usually
not
what
good
they've
for
done
team
in
chemistry.
in the past. When they've taken like Jordan up and stuff in the past. But yes, though Trick is still alive, and Trick, look, he's already put damage on Shidu from that range. So Trick is not a player, even though he is by himself, to just go into and
Yeah, but
Raven from that corner gets him.
yeah,
Wow.
that's who I
Talk about
thought.
BTE.
That's who I thought got the last kill on Sweats, but because he was on a roof in Paradise. So Forsaken
kudos
Gaming
to
and Sweats.
BTE.
So both teams that landed in Paradise have been eliminated by.
And two of the best teams. So that's teams that teams aren't gonna have to rotate into later on in this match too.
Yeah,
which,
and but they got eliminated basically by a team that didn't land in Paradise. So going back to your strat of landing somewhere kind of out of the way, getting some loot, and then pushing in when you have an opportunity to push into a third party instead of landing in a hot drop.
Yes. And now it looks like Meta 4 is, if they're going to rotate in, but they, it looks like BTE is going to say, we want it, we're getting out of here. And now Meta 4 is going to be like, we heard a lot of action over here. Where did everybody go?
Yeah, well, they're all dead.
Although Shido does here, I think they heard them. They're coming. Looks like they're going to come back. And not leave Paradise. As you see, Seabass, Shinu, and where's the other guy? Where'd he go? He's back with them too. Raven. I mean, that was some great squad play to have those angles, especially by Raven, to finish off. The best friend's getting into it with the embassy. That whole battle right there was some great squad gameplay right there, from top to bottom.
Oh, here's GME. Corn! The hero of one match last week. Do. Oh, here's SpaceX.
Wow.
Out here. SpaceX, I think, is out. No. Junie's still doing some work. Go2 and Junie are the only two left. We see a Tommy gun in action with all 50 rounds getting put to use there. All right, so SpaceX able to get that squad wipe, but not without losing two of their own members. Meanwhile, OUTcast Alpha has ran into Ecstasy. The fight chat has wanted to see. Where's my Ecstasy fans in chat? They're going to, hopefully, after the delay catches up, all materialize. OUTcast Alpha was rotating into zone. They do have high ground, but Sarge must have just ran right over into the barrel of someone's gun. Brownie just blindly hunting for where these players are at. Here comes the full push. Blaze is knocked. Sarge jumps behind. He's knocked too after getting one down himself. Brownie can't get the knock there. He does land at least one shot. And they're able to get to the next piece of hard cover.
His Ecstasy guys, they're like trapped from their team, so there's no reason to thirst them right now because Hoyt can't get across the street to pick them up. All they're gonna do is just relay information.
But see here, you're behind hard cover. Popping a thirst, it's not as risky as like knocking and rushing and then thirsting the knock like the first thing you do off the rush.
And Hoyt, he's just.
Hoyt's booking it. Yeah.
I want to see the next chapter of this story, so I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it from the lobby with a Duke juice in my hand.
Hey, you can always come over to twitch.tv/outcast_media and you can watch from there.
You can.
Duke juice or whatever other beverage you choose.
And they did lose that. They lose Mr. Blaze OP, so they did get, like I said, another pound of flesh taken by those squad v squad battles. You've seen it so many times. Doesn't matter what two teams get into it. It seems that someone's always, even the winners are losing a player almost every time. And then when it gets down to that those last circles, it becomes so much more important.
I'm kind of surprised to see 10 HP not in a boat right now.
They're rotating, yeah,
rotating all the way up to Cow and then coming in from the north. Maybe they're looking for a boat. They're right on the water.
They're just good. They know that this is the third. So I mean, they're willing to push in with the blue. I mean, that's just what they're gonna do. They're gonna continuously be right on the edge with that blue every time. Because they know that if they're pushing with the blue, there's no team behind them. So they only have to keep their focus directly in front of them. And they know that they can cross. They can get this. What is it? It's gonna be 1, 2. They get 400 meters, so that they'll be able to get. They have 460 meters to zone. They're pushing in, but they're going to take their slow time and not. They're not trying to get there as quickly as they can. As OUTcast is able to find Hoyt and finish him off.
I should not have looked to see if I had a message on Discord. I thought I did, but I have like 12.
You're a popular. How many of those is?
Those will wait.
I can't get my stream to work. What's wrong?
2, but there's a lot of other related tech questions.
Well, I tell you what, that's your own fault. You are known as the guy. It's
my own fault.
If you have a question about you, well, yes, it is your own fault. You are very generous with your time and with your help. So I know that.
I mean, I got this random message from somebody I don't know asking me for a link of where to get something. I'm like, let me Google that for you. This is what my wife does. She's like, what is this? I was like, Google it and then tell her. I'm like, you could have just Googled it yourself. But no.
Yes, yeah, but then you have to. Oh, and now Misfire is run right into OUTcast. And Misfire is not doing too well. Yeah, they ran right in the Misfire. OUTcast had that at the compound, and Misfire ran into it. And you know what we say, you're not going to. It's gonna be very hard to take OUTcast out of a compound of their own. As now,
I hear flares. Is that a flare?
Wadu is shooting flares at OUTcast Bravo, like at them.
They're somewhere over there. There's Autobots. It won't pop up on my screen. I can see them on the map. But anyway, that's what you do with flares when flares aren't allowed. You troll. Oh, there they are. What the heck? Oh, I got it. My my map was displaying different information than what I thought. No, probably like a third of messages that I get these days are, hey, where can I buy like this graphics card? Or like, and I'm like, if I knew that, I would probably buy one. Okay.
So I just read an article in The Economist. It was saying that cryptocurrency has made video cards like almost impossible to find.
Yeah. And I mean, this happened a few years ago too, but it's definitely an issue right now. Well, OUTcast Alpha, I don't know, the Pickford curse. They got 11 kills right now. They're going to have to get Wadu picked up. And then they're going to have to get moving because they're right on the edge of zone. Yeah, because you use graphics cards. If you're mining for cryptocurrency, you do that with graphics cards. So people will literally build like mining machines, and they might have 10 or 12 or 20 or 50 graphics cards all running at the same time in one, not like one PC, but like one system. And then they're using that to mine like Bitcoin, for instance. And because Bitcoin is so expensive right now, it's driving up the cost of graphics cards because it's worth it for them to pay a huge premium for graphics cards in order to try to mine Bitcoin.
One of the
So Snipes is
points
down.
They said if you're paying for your own electricity, if you're a college student and you live in a dorm and you don't pay for your electricity, the amount of electricity it takes to mine is greater than the amount of money you're going to get from mining. But if you don't pay for your own electricity, then it obviously makes sense to mine. You can make money that way.
Yeah, well, it depends on. So there's a economy of scale, but yeah, if you're doing it with one, like just one regular computer,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be a wash. It also depends on the area you live, right? Because some areas have a lot higher power costs than others.
Yeah, I was reading The Economist, and I'm kind of dumb when it comes to cryptocurrency and like how the actual like mining of it and stuff like that, and the infrastructure of it. And so that was one of the big things I took away from it was that the lack of video cards in the open market, and those causes those prices to go way up.
Yeah, well, there's two things. First off, there's a lack of supply because of a lot of factors, mostly stemming from COVID, right? But then the demand has been exponentially increased because of, in part, the inflation of the values of cryptocurrencies.
I heard that you only invest in Dogecoin.
Doge, yeah, because that's all I can afford, because it's like less than a penny a piece.
Yeah, you see those like those funds that they have. It's like a little bit of like the Bitcoin, then it's like 19 other coins that are like 30 cents a piece.
Yeah, and you get like 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly.
New Hampshire getting a little action in this match.
And then you always have that one friend that goes, I used to have like 25 of them, but I just gave them away for like back in like 10 years ago. I had like 25 of them.
No, they're usually like, yeah, I have them, but I can't remember the password for my account. Like,
I can't
what?
believe that's like that's when I heard about that guy who had like $230 million, but he can't remember the password.
He can't get into his account.
And I'm like, what kind of monetary process allows you to lose that much money because you can't remember one password? It's like not like if I went to my bank, they couldn't find my money. So I was like, I don't mess with it. I don't mess with it at all. I don't have any money in it. Maybe I'm a boomer, but that shit. When I heard that, I was like, I don't want nothing to do with anything that has a story like that to it.
Who can't remember their password? Like,
oh my god! And he has like one left, and he has like he's offered anybody like $60 million if they can.
If they crack his if they crack his password. I mean, I get it. Let's say you had them like 5 or 6 years ago and then never thought about it, and then you're like, oh yeah, I have those, and now they're in the news and they're worth so much money. Can't remember my password.
I just any type of thing that has that type of value that is dependent on one lucky thing like that. Like if I had $60 million in gold, it's like if I can't remember my gold password, they're gonna take it from me. And then there's ways to get around it, and I know that it's like it's so secret, it's so like secure that if you don't have your password, you're screwed. But man, that just scares the shit out of me. $235 million just gone. If you can't, because if he screws up his password one more time.
Yeah, I don't know the password recovery system that apparently does not exist.
I guess not. Jeez Louise.
Okay, 10 HP with the Scuba Steve approach right here. So they didn't have a boat, but they're in the water anyway.
Hey, they're not. They are amphibious assault masters.
I'm pretty sure OUTcast Alpha got taken out by OUTcast
just
Bravo.
Threw a grenade from
At
the
Payne.
ground up at Payne and hit him.
And he's going to think it was OUTcast Bravo because they're up here.
He is. I mean, he can't get up because the blue is everywhere. These guys are going to die. 10 HP. Yes, they are going to get a good. They can kind of get a little bit closer and stay alive, but there's no way for them to get up off this this cliff.
That's pretty cool that he can stand there and throw nades, though. It looks like... Yeah. Say, it looked like you could get up there, but even if you could get up one level, you can't get up the next level.
They're going to all die. Now they just have to kind of... If I was them, I would try to get all together and try to give all my help to one person.
You can't in the water, though.
Well, on those
Oh,
ones
wait, yeah,
stand
can you?
up on.
Could you swim down and pick it up? I bet you could.
Yeah, well, Edgy just caught one of them, so... And now he's got an ankle on both Goldie and Prod, so... They're in a little bit of trouble.
Maybe. They're tucked in. Why isn't he throwing like grenades or whatever at him?
Or yeah, going right down on top of him and just throwing like mollies just straight down on him.
He's gonna have to move now.
Move now, yeah, because now these guys are straight health mode now.
Oh, there are throwables going down. Oh no, they're going up. Rip 10 HP. Bliss is in the best spot. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't all
They get together
and group up, but
share up their.
At least they could hold hands while they burnt to death in the zone.
No, Bliss is straight. Oh, he was. I don't know why he stopped.
Well, the other thing is if you don't have a spot that you can stand, you can't heal anyway. Even if you had 50 first aid kits, you can't use them.
Let's say Pride is. Oh, Goldie's up now. Goldie just found a place to, I guess, heal at least once, but he healed again. So let's see if we can get higher than 5th. That's what they were when it started.
Nice grenade from Junie. Out the window, the perfect arc. So we got 5 teams left. OUTcast Bravo, 10 HP, still in this. Goldie. How many first aid kits does Goldie have? Okay, so
and he did get his team one extra.
OUTcast Bravo ran right into SpaceX. 1v2 didn't work out.
So
Turn goes out. That's Forsaken. Red is out. We're down to 2 teams: Mobile Warriors and SpaceX.
I think they better got 2 spots better by healing off like that.
2v3. They do have hard cover, but here is the blue. Go to with the good knock there. Junie flanks out, gets to the barrels. And that's going to be it. SpaceX wrapping it up. Their second chicken dinner of the evening.
And I think that they're going to take the first place over just for fun.
They had 9 kills, Go to and Junie. So they lost Drago and Giuliani very early on, and the other 2 just survived. I mean, just, you know, nails and teeth and kicking and fighting, whatever they had to do, but they do get that chicken dinner, end up with 9 kills. Mobile Warriors, a 3-man crew in this match, gets 8 kills in second place, 10 HP in third place. This is kind of a common theme here. They did have 2 kills this time, though, so, you know.
Healed off from 5th to 3rd.
Very, very, very nice. Forsaken Red in 4th, OUTcast Bravo in 5th, OUTcast Alpha in 6th, but look at the kills. Sarge had 7, Brownie had 4, Wadu had 2, so that's 13.
So
Mr.
that's obviously
Blaze
gonna push
OP
them.
kind of dropped the ball there. Thirst for points down in 7th. So yeah, I do foresee SpaceX reclaiming the #1 spot going into the final match, which will be back on Erangel. So
Back
while
on
I'm
our
getting
angle, yes.
these screenshots, the one interesting thing, and it may not really affect much at all, I'm just kind of thinking out loud. If they're going to replace Vikendi 100-player map with a map that is not a 100-player map, so if any competitions were using Vikendi, like I know like some weren't, but some probably were, they're not going to. Well, no, hold on, that's wrong. Vikendi is still to be available in custom rooms. So
Yeah.
competitions using Vikendi could still use it if they wanted to. So with that, we're going to take a look at some words from our sponsors, and then we'll be back to talk to Brownie about how his team was able to get so many kills in this match, and then how they ran into OUTcast Bravo. Well, I guess OUTcast Bravo didn't kill them because they only had 1 kill. I don't know what happened to them. Anyway, we'll find out after this. All right, we're back.
We are back talking to the head honcho that is Brownie. So Brownie, a little bit better in this third match. You guys kind of got you got a good finish, but more importantly, you got a lot of kills. So you're able to kind of move up, obviously, from the 21st position. We'll have to see exactly where you're at as you go into this last match in Erangel. Just for us, if we were to watch it, how did you guys get finished off at the very end?
So I got separated from Sarge and Wadu. I ended up in a shack, apparently right next to OUTcast Bravo. And so I just sat in there, and they pushed me right before they went to zone, the whole team.
So that's what I saw.
Wadu,
I saw OUTcast Bravo got you, and then I thought like they killed everyone, and then I'm like they had 1 kill the whole match. Like,
we gave Wadu all. Sarge gave Wadu all his meds, and so that Wadu did a heal off, and Sarge tried to get to zone. He ran into New Hampshire, took 2 of them out, so that's 2 more kill points, but he died. But Wadu lasted till 6th place, just healing off. So
you guys definitely had a pile of kills that match.
yeah, it was 13 total.
So with that said, you guys obviously we have to see exactly where the scores, but obviously way better than when you were. So
Right.
now going into Erangel, we actually have to see where Men-of-4 is too. I think that's also a big factor. But what's the mindset going into this last match?
I mean, most likely just stick with normal gameplay. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to.
You want the secrets?
No, what they're going to do is they're going to land Primorsk and push Sweats.
Yeah,
I love it. I love this.
definitely.
This type of the ballsy gameplay. But
Don't worry, there's a
with that-
delay. They'll never hear it.
That's true. That's true. They probably don't even watch this anyway. They're probably watching another scrim while they play in this one. But
They're actually playing this one with their toes.
yeah, they're playing 2 different scrims at once.
Exactly.
It's a different. They have like 20 different accounts each. Everyone knows that. That's what all the pros have. Now, you said that obviously we read into that Bravo team. Obviously, you can't be too upset with how Bravo's been doing this season. They're currently in 12th place, but the team ahead of them is a team that no longer exists, being Villains. So they should be able to continue to close that distance. But a team that obviously a team that's a top 10 caliber team, and in comparison to season 1. You got to be super happy with that, especially how this team kind of developed right at the last minute, sort of like OUTcast Alpha did.
Yeah, that Bravo team has definitely been doing very well. I'm very happy with how they've done. They've definitely done better to the name than obviously the reputation has from season 1. But you know, they're putting in the work. They're getting better as a team, and the results are showing a massive improvement from where it used to be.
Now, obviously, congratulations on just recently going over 3,000 people on the OUTcast Discord. I know that you guys have been branching out to other sports and other continents. Give us a little input on what OUTcast has been doing with COD Mobile.
So yeah, our current COD Mobile team is most of them are from Germany, and they're doing great. They're playing well as a team, playing in a lot of tournaments, getting better, getting more synergy, getting better players. So they're putting in the work, and a couple of content creators too. Narum and Kith are making some great videos. Kith makes some cool, like more informational videos for COD Mobile. You know, stuff about guns and play styles, and Narum makes more kind of gameplay montages. So.
Are those guys also from Europe too, or are those guys North American?
Narum is from Europe. Kith is originally from the Philippines, but I think he's living in Qatar now. But yeah.
Wow! All right. And how did you guys get into that? Like, I know you've always had a dream of expanding out into other games, especially COD Mobile. But how did it finally come to fruition?
Well, we've been working on trying to get out there for a long time, but finally we were presented with an opportunity that made sense. Did some research and made the move, and here we are.
Oh, congratulations on that. I mean, you guys are always getting bigger and better. I know that one thing is like I get constantly asked and inundated like, how do you become part of OUTcast? How do you become part of OUTcast? And what I tell them is have a skill that they need. It doesn't have to be just graphic effects. If can you add really fast? You know what? They're gonna need somebody to do scores. Are you organized? Can you do? There's a lot of things that OUTcast needs. They're a huge business now. They don't just need fraggers. They need mods. They need a million different things. So I always tell them, make yourself valuable, make yourself useful, and you get into OUTcast. So, and you have Brownie right here. He's the guy that's making the decisions as CEO. If you go to him and you can provide, I know for a fact, if you can go and you can convince Brownie that you can provide them something that they need, you're gonna be an OUTcast. I mean, I've seen it before. You know, we saw it with you don't even have to join OUTcast, but I see with Bliss, myself, a lot of people. You go there, you have something that OUTcast needs. It's a big organization, and they're always looking for like motivated young men and women to come in here and do a million different things. But what I said, don't show up and say you can do graphic effects and you can't do them because they have a lot of good people. So if you see how the scrims are now, if you can't work at that level already, I would suggest you guys come in. There's lots of other jobs, but that might not be the job for you.
Yeah, definitely. The obviously this season has been greatly impacted in a positive way by all the stuff Bliss has done, be it for the scores, the website, the graph, I mean everything. So, and he approached us after season 1 looking to add what he could add, and it's been great working with him. We're looking forward to doing even more for future events. But yeah, for sure. Always just hit me or
And also,
up
if you're an
DMs.
up and coming, if you're an up and coming streamer, you want to be a streamer, you want to be a commentator like myself, whatever. When season 3 comes around, there's going to be more opportunities, and you might not get that first opportunity. But if you're one of those guys that like hey, when somebody gets sick or somebody can't show up, but you can show up at a moment's notice, jump in there, do a good job. That's how you get noticed in the long term, and that's what because that's how it happens for a lot of people. I know a lot of people hit me up. How can I stream for OUTcast? I want to do this stuff too. You know what? Give your name and information to Brownie. He'll put you in his little folder, and maybe but you have to be ready because one day if I'm sick or Dickie's sick or Voodoo's sick or Duke's sick, and they might need someone to jump in, he might call you with 20 minutes to go, and that's gonna be your time to step up. So anyway, good luck, Brownie. We'll have to see the scores and see how close you guys are, but I think you guys are gonna do well the last match. I think you come down and you guys could get that top 5 finish after being 21st after 2 matches.
Yeah, thanks, Pickford. Thanks, Nick.
Good luck, Bronny. Go get him. Speaking of scores, we can look at them right now. SpaceX does secure back first place by a considerable margin now, almost achieving that 100-point level that we all hold up on a pedestal for a 3 match. But 2 chicken dinners and 28 kills so far for my boys from SpaceX. Thirst for Points sitting in second, Forsaken Red in third. And then we got Men of 4, 10 HP, Sweats down in 6th. Let's see, Meeseeks Academy doesn't play these all the time, but they're in 9th place. They have 15 kills. OUTcast Alpha went from 21st to 10th.
I'm looking at 2 things right here, Nick. Men of 4 is currently just 6 points behind OUTcast. They're in 4th. OUTcast is in 10th. That's enough points to jump them and get back to 5th place. And also, SpaceX, if they come out number 1 and T4P comes in 2nd, that's gonna jump SpaceX back over T4P. That must be at least the 7th or 8th first place swap we've had this season.
We got them leapfrogs. Let's look at page 2.
Leapfrogs is so exciting.
Anything exciting here? Just for fun, back in 14th. And then we got Autobots and Tequila Shots, teams we're used to seeing on the first page.
Tequila Shots normally is in 4th place. And with that said,
Forsaken Gaming also continuing their what is happening with this team. 12 kills though. There's only 2 teams with double-digit kills on this page. That's Just for Fun and Forsaken Gaming. They're just getting the kills, just not the placement.
The number 4 team are on the 2nd page. That's crazy.
Well, that's why we play every event, every match. And speaking of that, let's check into match 4.
It's these maps right here that if you jump west, you get a vehicle and you go up to Yasnaya as fast as you can. You go up to Mansion, Lipovka,
Stalber.
Especially if the circle goes there, because you know that teams can't get that far.
All right, OUTcast Alpha. I thought they're going to land with Just for Fun, but looks like Just for Fun is going to coast their way on over into Rozhok. Couple teams in South George, couple teams in North George, couple teams in Zarky.
Oh, but it does stay West Coast. So it's a West Coast plate and a West Coast circle. So that's good for a less.
Finally, people got the memo. They heard OUTcast Alpha was going to Primorsk, so nobody went there, except of course for Sweats.
I think it was pretty obvious that they were going to go to Watertown. That's usually where they go when they're not. That's their normal drop location right now. But if the circle allows it, if they don't allow it, they'll jump kind of weird. But my question is, how long are they going to stay there? Because right now they're pretty close to center, but I know that they don't like to really camp up in Watertown. They like to move to someplace else. And they like to I would say around the 1 minute mark is when they're going to start looking. If they are going to rotate, is when they're going to start looking to rotate. We'll see if they do decide to go and get out of there and go over to Gadka or to the Chopsticks area or where they decide to go.
All right, so we got Team 17 which apparently got switched. What is this? Is this tequila shots?
17? 17 is the embassy.
Okay, well, no. Look at Team 17 right now.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No, they said what team was in 17th place. No, I'm sorry.
My bad.
17 is a great state of New Hampshire.
But it's not.
Who is? It's.
Well, I don't know. It's got
It's
Broda.
I don't know who's in there.
And then a bunch of FBO players. Truny, Flyers, and Scotty.
Well, I guess tequila shots should be in spot 9. So
let me actually. New Hampshire's in 9. Oh, they're playing a fast one on the scorekeepers.
Oh boy, I hope when the scores get jacked up, they're not like they're gonna go pissy about it because it should be. I have it on mine as the tequila shots.
Yeah, you're right. They're flip flopped in this match for some reason. I'm sure because of the screenshots we take and the tags and all that. Things will probably be okay.
Assholiness.
Yeah. I wanted to see this fight happen, but we might have to break off of this and go check in because Forsaken Gaming is somewhere getting shot. Where's Forsaken Gaming? Normally we would see them here, but oh, they're in military.
Yes, they are now. They would have been a 4.
I should have known that when I saw Men of 4 was.
Men of 4 normally does go down there.
Yeah.
Forsaken Gaming does. Normally, Forsaken Gaming goes up towards Yas 9, maybe because it was so far on the. They decided not to go over there. They decided to come down here, and they're probably pissed off. They need a lot of kills, so they're not doing very well at all. So, and if they get knocked out Men of 4 really needs a top 4 finish because they want to leapfrog Alpha. And if they do a good match, no matter how good Alpha does, if Men of 4 does a good match, they're gonna keep that. They're gonna jump frog them and get back into the top 5. Jonica gets knocked, so PBC is still alive. But they're pretty much just exchanging knocks. They've lost,
I think Miami iOS is chilling somewhere with a
and here comes Trick.
with a VSS.
Trick is coming to defend Jonica. Jonica's going to be able to get picked up. So they're not even going to get the kill on Jonica. And Daddy, and this is what we're talking about, like not Thurston, waiting for them to try to come and pick up their players. Because, I mean, Gold and could easily go there and waste both these guys, but they choose to hold off and not really go after them. Allowing the other team to make decisions if they want to come get them. I think Aurelio's finally does finished off. Vanna's still alive. BBC is beating feet trying to get to Mommy. BBC does get in the vehicle.
Forsaken Gaming lands military and kicks Men of 4 out.
4 out. Yes.
I
hope they don't.
Not turn the map back on. There we go.
They probably shouldn't. They're not going to go to Novo because.
How many matches? Johnny VC. This is the 4th and final match for the evening. And C-Dub told you that a while ago. Yeah. We already had that question. Can I join? Yes. Just
Can I get in?
Just hop in. Just jump on in. It's
here's
just
the code. Just jump into whatever spot you want.
Pick a whatever open spot you want, and
just make friends.
Yeah. Are they chasing them? We got Men of 4 now in a Forsaken Gaming / SpaceX sandwich. That sounds like the most uncomfortable sandwich I could ever imagine.
They're like
Forsaken
Gaming's going after them, and they're going in there all in like all 4 in one vehicle. That's some disrespectful balls right there. Like we're so unafraid of you getting killed, we're gonna all go into one vehicle and chase after you.
Well, they didn't have time to find any more than that.
And BB and Mommy, they didn't even try to get that far away. They just went right to the bridge to continue looting. And of course, these guys just all showed up to finish him off. Wow, that's some bad planning on BBC and Mommy right there. Because they should have known that, you got to get off the island.
We'll see what they can do. BBC up on the roof. Mommy iOS already knocked by a nade. And Gold with the barrel. And now the celebratory gunfire into the floor is going to let SpaceX know exactly where they're at. And Junie comes over the hill in slow motion saying, hey,
and there you go. Gold gets knocked.
hey,
so hope that was worth it.
We got some guys here. Junie's just going to the bridge. Is he?
Well, I think that's what. I think they got that knocked just so they could get across the bridge, knowing that they're going to be focusing on picking gold up, and therefore there's going to be less people shooting at them. Although Trick is putting some rounds on him. I don't know if he's going to get any knocks, but you get that knock specifically for just to get out of town. I wonder if they would even have known they were there if they hadn't had their celebratory.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they did. They had to hear the other gunfire, but
I want to believe that they didn't, and that cost them.
You're free to believe what you would like.
Thank you. I want to believe it.
I'm pretty sure SpaceX is all using HyperX earphones, and they probably all heard the shots from like 10,000 miles away. Something like that, anyway.
I heard that they're all extremely cheap and don't buy the highest quality, so they have literally 2 tin cans.
2 tin cans?
For each person's ears.
With a string wrapped around the middle of their phone?
Exactly. That's what they use. That's why they can't hear anything. But if they do well this season, they're going to get themselves some high-end HyperX gear.
That's what you're playing for. The top team is getting, like, some freaking $140... I think that's what they are.
Stuff.
What are those the Cloud Alpha? Wait.
Yes.
But they're the wireless ones. You can use wireless or wired. Yeah. Which is like perfect for like mobile gaming because you might have a device with a headphone jack, you might have a device without a headphone jack,
if you ever get an Apple, you'd have to pretty much have all wireless at this point forward.
Well, you can go out and buy that $40 adapter so that you can use a pair of headphones.
Ooh, it misfired. Runs into, where are they at? They're over. Just got hit by somebody. They done already? Did I finish them off? Oh no, just what they're getting into it with SpaceX. This isn't good.
Oh.
Yeah, that does them in. You try to hold that corner, the edge of SpaceX came up and just smoked them.
So Tequila Shots got the kill on OUTcast Scrims. I'm not sure if they're still trying to track that or not. Or if they figured it's 1 point.
Shots is so far behind.
It's 1 point per match, like on the very edge of the map.
We'll have to ask Bliss. I don't know if he is or not. I don't think so, but I can't speak for him.
Now, you know what I saw in patch notes for PC PUBG? They added a log where you can go back to like previous matches. It's a kill feed log. Really? Where you literally can go through the entire kill feed for the match. Wouldn't that be an amazing asset to have access to for custom rooms?
Oh yes, I mean that would be great.
Because you remember, like when you forgot, not you specifically, but when it was forgotten to get. Yeah, and you had to sit there and watch the entire match and like keep pausing it on the kill feed and like writing down like who killed who. Like
I watched the same match for 4.5 hours.
The same match. It was a very exciting match.
Yeah, rewinding it. It wasn't bad till the very end.
So Tencent, listen, big brain time. Kill feed log. Put that on the list. That's like 16 miles long of things that you need to fix or add to custom rooms.
Yeah.
I would have to think that in the official tournament rooms, they probably already have that function.
They have like all sorts of stuff. Well, they have like they have the list of the squads, who's left, who's injured by the kills on the right hand side.
Yeah.
A lot of really that's up to date instantaneously.
Roller Blast, thanks for the follow. Peep gets knocked by Starlight, but Otto takes down Papi Zio. They also can, if like when they're spectating a player, they can actually see what their entire inventory is, like what's in their backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see they have a backpack and 5 bandages, but like they literally can see like how many grenades and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Forsaken Red, unless Hashi can be amazing, which he can be. We all know. Of course he can be. And honestly, he rolls into Watertown right as Outcast Alpha just piles in vehicles and leaves. And not just piles in vehicles, they all pile in one vehicle. What are we doing?
Oh God, please, please.
Drive through the red zone, get bombed. That would make for such an enjoyable post-match interview.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
So, what happened that match? Well, we got freaking bombed by the red zone. Why do we even have the red zone? Oh, so this is a custom scrim, and I can just join by looking at the code. Exactly. If you're in the Discord and you have the role to see the code, then you just join by looking at the code.
Microphone too close to your face.
Did you say you want the microphone closer to my face? Okay. Let's take care of that.
Okay, Roller Blast. Since you decided it, we're gonna do it.
Oh wait, Jonika's knocked. Let's see. Yeah. But it looks like Forsaken has taken care of whatever that threat was, and they're sitting with 8 kills now. And they're gonna get Trick picked up, Jonica picked up, and continue on. Let's see, Outcast Bravo, check in with them. They're all still alive, 0 kills. They got top strikers nearby. Meanwhile, Thirst for Points has lost a player, and they have 0 kills. Literally 2.5 hours into his stream where we've had over 50 viewers the whole time. That's the first time anybody said, I think your microphone's too loud. So either you have sensitive ears or everyone else has their volume at an appropriate level. But thank you, Roller Blast, for the follow. Appreciate it. As he immediately unfollows. Xeno with a headshot on Pan. Dang. That was really insane because on my screen, he had already unscoped and turned and took like 3 steps, and then the knock happened. I'm like, whoa, Wally. That was a quick scope right there. Pickford, I don't know. I think he was talking to me, not you. Because I was playing with my mic like earlier, and I turned the gain way up so that I could hear something in the EQ better, and then I never turned it back down. So my mic may have been pretty loud. I don't know. So we rely on the viewers to let me know, because I obviously can't really hear my own mic too easily. Okay, so Outcast Alpha's taken over Pachinki. No fear.
So
SpaceX
what is
in
the next?
hills.
What's the next game playthrough? I'm excited. Division 2?
I might, but I still have things to do in the division.
Oh,
so like,
yeah?
there's like post.
Okay, good.
There's like what do you call it? An epilogue or something?
Yeah.
Because like the last mission, then there's like it unlocks other areas of the city that like you couldn't even get to before, but it's not like the core storyline as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I said the game from like a business standpoint is designed with that like replayability or continue a drive to continue to play it even after you technically like have beat the game. You don't just
So you could go back and like every week and there's new missions to like
Yeah.
to finish.
Yeah, and you know it's all built around like a collecting type of thing. Like you got to keep doing these missions so you can earn credits so that you can get different higher
Weapons.
power gear. Yeah. All right, we have too many like Xenaxes. Like Zeos, Xenax, like I don't know, all the names are too similar. All right. Wow. Pretty boy just literally moonwalked right into Snipe's like gunfire. OUTcast Bravo getting bullied right now. I think they're gone. I was gonna say where are they?
I have also another update from Roller Blast. He said that this stream delay is huge. How do I get brownies to buy a ticket?
The stream delay is huge.
It's brownies by watching the game.
It's like
You get brownies by watching. 20, I think you get like enough 20 brownies for every brownie a minute or something.
It's a brownie a minute. I'm pretty sure he earlier. Oh, okay. The giveaway code doesn't say that. Yeah, so like the longer you watch, the more points you accumulate. And then Sarge is gonna find Hashi, and that's gonna be Forsaken Gaming taking out of this. So OUTcast Alpha landed here, they left here, and then they came back here, and they did find Hashi. So interesting storyline of this match.
What other scrim are you gonna get when you get the casters to cast the game and answer questions in the
not PMPL. Ain't gonna happen.
Nope, ain't never gonna happen. Especially if that British lady who does it. She doesn't want to do nothing. I heard she's lazy.
What?
I don't even know who she is, but I'm just saying that. I'm just starting to maybe cause some beef.
No, they can't interact with chat because if you think a stream delay here that's a few minutes long is huge, they literally are done with the matches before they're streamed on those tournaments. Like, they're completely done. It's basically like pre-recorded content by the time you're watching it. But it feels live because you're in chat with other people who are watching it at the same time.
Yeah.
So like you have that interaction that
the Grandpa C-Dub shows up and schools him up. Roller Blast, the first ticket is free.
C-Dub, do your job. Explain how the giveaway works.
Yeah, over and over again. 30 to 40 times a night.
He's got that, like, he's got a whole, like, Word document of copy and paste things to put into chat.
I like how he gets stuck with, like the most mundane jobs, like chat monitor, you know, like, setting this up, setting that up.
He does a good job filling streaming, though.
He does a great job. I've done it with him a couple times now. Not only in these, but in another one. He knows his stuff. He's very smooth. But I do like him. I think that he likes monitoring the Discord or monitoring the stream chat the best. Of all the tasks.
Papa C-Dub. Keep them kids in line. Gramps. Wow.
Although I'm older than he is.
I was gonna say, I think we're both older than he is.
Although he sounds like he's about 70, so
he can still be Gramps. That's fine. All right, so we got top strikers.
He's from like the Gulf Coast, so Grandpa's a very young around there.
What is going on here? We got copy. I was gonna say earlier, you know who I'm missing is Aurora, and then look who I find on Team 19.
Team 19.
How do I get the free ticket? You type ! ticket, which you already did.
Hopio.
Let's drive around a smoking buggy. That seems like a exceptionally great idea. See, here's Zeno. So we got Zeno on Thirst for Points. On Team 24 Top Strikers, we got Xanax, and then we got Zio. Like, can you guys get a little bit more creative with your names, please?
I hope that Roller Blast wins today.
I hope he does too. That would be with his one free ticket.
That's right. Because he's pissed because he's like, he keeps putting in ticket and he's not getting anything.
Okay.
Like, dude, you already have your free ticket.
You can't get another ticket until you have 20 minutes of watch time.
Exactly.
Just tell him he has to sub to get a free ticket.
He goes, but I just followed, so should I get a ticket?
No, you have to sub.
Yeah, it says.
I'm kidding.
No, you moron.
I'm kidding.
You get the first time you press. You don't get one for every time you follow or sub or anything else. You just get one when you first join every day, and then for every 20 minutes after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably already has his free ticket. C-Dub could check that. I could check that, but I'm not going to right now.
I hope somehow
Thirst
gets
for
screwed up,
points
but he
is
didn't get it.
gaming here. Zeno in the
Oh,
blue.
We have 2 clips.
boosting.
You made 2 clips. I like it.
Well, that'll make C-Dub's other job a little bit easier.
He needs to pay people to do clips.
Having to put clips together. Did you see?
$7 a clip.
Did you see the clips?
Yeah, they were good.
Today they were really good. This week.
$7 a clip.
I'm pretty sure C-Dub went through every VOD and got the clips all himself, though.
Did he? Good. He's got nothing better to do.
Well, I'll tell you what. He wanted to learn how to do video editing. I mean, it's a way to learn how to do it. How to do something.
I think
with
video
it anyway.
editing on iMovies is so easy. That's what I do. That's what I use. And even I can't screw it up. If I can't screw it up, you know it's easy. I had to add additional sounds, or put stuff in the middle of it and stuff.
Yeah.
Different fades and stuff.
Spec is a freaking aimbot, human aimbot.
Yeah, think.
All right, pet peeve time. Hit markers on players in smoke.
Yes, we've said talking about this. Yes, how it tells you where to keep shooting.
Yeah.
You don't get that in real life. Why would you get it here?
Well, I mean, the hit markers, period.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Blaze takes out Trick. GG's, Blaze. Oh, Thirst for Points gets a knock on Starlight and then is immediately finished for his troubles. So somebody said something about how in comp they should just take hit markers out.
Mm-hmm.
And someone else had a pretty smart reply to that is, well, with how many times we shoot people and see blood spray but don't get a hit marker, like they really need to leave them in until they fix the faulty hit registry or whatever. And I can see that. Because I swear I've hit people, 20 times with a scar in the back. Just blood splatter everywhere. And then they turn around and kill me. And I'm just like, bro.
Oh, yes. And then you watch the death replay, they lose like a third of their points. You're like, what the fuck?
No, they like took one hit, but on your screen you shot them like 20 times. Everywhere. Oh.
He wants to know, hey, Rollerblade is
I know.
Where do I find the code?
C-Dub is gonna take care of that.
You look into the room codes for single players. Special channel. You gotta request that. First, you have to go into the general chat, request that access. Says I want squad comp for single players. I want to know. I want to interview this guy.
Bring him in. Get him in here.
Roller Blast. Get Roller Blast in here.
He's in the Discord.
Roller. I don't know if like if it's a language issue, maybe his English isn't his first language, so he's like he doesn't understand. And,
No, it's
that
because
can be
I
fine.
literally said you could go get the codes from Discord.
I want him to be like something like, some guy said I could.
Yeah,
And I was like,
it was.
You played the.
You know, you
It was
can't
you?
believe everything Pickford tells you.
I know. Well, my next question is, are you, are you, it's your first day playing, are you playing that, it's your first time playing PUBG, I can't even speak, because, my question is always, when have you ever done a comp, ever in the history of comps where you just show up and just get assigned to a team? Ever in the history of PUBG Mobile. Has that ever happened?
No, but there's like custom rooms.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Which you could do that.
room, but I think it's pretty obvious if you watch.
If you read the title of the
custom
stream,
rooms,
yeah,
or just
well,
watch for 5 minutes.
You think people read? You know how many times when I was playing the Division that someone would come in and be like, "What game is this?" I'm like, it literally says like on
My
the.
favorite one was, like play the Division. Any type of support or backdoor tips are purely welcome. Please help.
Yeah.
I thought that was so, because usually like, I want to do it myself. I don't need any help. And you're like, no, please. Any type of tips or
Sherpa, please.
but anything I'll take. And I'll tell you what, nothing is funnier than when you have to like get into like, I think it has probably happened like 5 or 6 times that I saw. You have to get inside of a building or on a roof.
Yeah.
And you run around that building maybe 1,000 times trying to figure out how to get up on that roof, and you can't figure it out, and you get more and more frustrated each time you run around that place.
Let's go find something else to do. But yeah.
You're like,
so OUTcast, listen,
like,
OUTcast Alpha,
seriously?
9 kills, 10
Whoa.
kills, top 2, and they have all 4 players alive. They got a 4v2 to finish this one off. But it is against Sweats.
OUTcast Alpha.
Excuse me if my mic gets too loud, but this is freaking exciting. They get a knock on Spec.
He dropped Spec.
Spec is down. It's J7.
J7
versus Brody. Oh, okay, get that boy in here. Get that boy in here.
Wow. Somebody clipped that. Wow.
That's like,
that. 30 points.
Let's clip
plus
that.
Another
That's like,
8,
if you
11,
want to learn how to
12.
be a brain surgeon, then you should go bang your head against a wall. What?
That's what I was told. I will stick around and sub if this becomes my favorite channel. I like the narrators and community already. Well, you know what?
Wait. Before you commit to that, you make sure you come back on Friday.
Yeah, we have a very our best commentator does it on only Fridays.
As long as you're 18 or older.
He loves to interact with the chat.
21 or older.
If you don't like him, make sure to let him know.
What a final match. OUTcast Alpha, baby, they're back. They're here. They got 8. They got 12 kills.
Place after 2 matches.
21 kill chicken dinner, taking out Sweats. But Spec with 10 kills, what the flip, dude? It's like they don't care. They just want that Fragger of the Night award. That's it. I mean...
But Trick is not appreciative of that either.
Yeah, probably not. But, I mean, Sweats, got to hand it to him. 14 kills in second place. They just, I mean, what seemed to me was mid-game. They were really spread out. And then that's how they lost Zio, because he was off probably completely on his own somewhere. And, yeah, but anyway, second place there. SpaceX, will this be enough to make sure that they are in first place for the night? I think maybe.
I don't know.
They have 7 kills in third place. Ecstasy, look at that. The fans, do we still have the Ecstasy fans in chat? They end up in 4th place in this match. Forsaken Gaming in 5th. I knew these boys and young lady had it in them. I knew it. I know this team is good. I don't know what their struggle's been lately, but this is more like what we should be seeing from them with 9 kills in 5th place. Looks like Duke's favorite team, New Hampshire's in 6th here in this match.
Wow.
And then Metaphor Black in 7th. Let me go ahead and get these screenshots. We'll scroll down through the rest of the scores here. And then Brownie is somewhere, you know, popping corks on bottles of sparkling cider, I'm sure, because boy ain't 21.
That's factual.
He's probably popping a grape crush right now.
He's like, this orange is delicious. I love orange soda pop.
He would have Mountain Dew, but he can't have caffeine this close to his bedtime. Okay.
I think they're well, I don't know if he's allowed to have caffeine.
No. Not after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, we'll be back right after this.
Time about the second time.
Yeah,
The
which
first
time in Watertown? You guys were in Watertown that entire match.
Listen.
All right, we're back live,
be
by
like-
the way.
Don't be like my teammates. Good grief. Come on.
No, it was no. Here's the thing: you guys landed in
Good
Watertown,
grief.
right? When you left, Hashi, who was the only
second
player
left.
left up from Men of 4 Red, you guys were literally leaving out the east side, and he was coming in the south side, and you guys never saw each other, or he saw you and obviously didn't want to take the fight.
Until you guys came back.
And then you went back there, and he was still there, and you got the kill on him. So it was just kind of funny, like the whole like arc of that
Of course,
story
very
or
end.
whatever.
When Nick and I allowed, that's gonna be the clip of the week for next week. The very end of that match.
C-Dub, have a fun time normalizing the volume on that one. Because I made sure to turn my gain on my microphone up to like 11. I didn't. I just put it in my
excited
mouth and yelled really loud.
That's what I did. I put it down my throat and yelled with my hand over it. So that usually
Whoa,
makes
whoa,
it
whoa!
sound
You had
better.
your hand over the mic and down your throat.
Exactly.
This man has talents.
I do. That's why I think I got married. Women like these things.
Well, you're married to a
And
woman. Okay, I
am
wasn't
married to a woman.
sure what you
yes.
were getting
Phew.
at there.
This time. Let's
Okay.
say the first. I've been married twice though.
All right.
That's a
I
fact.
just
I
need
have
to
been married
check.
twice.
No, it's. It seemed like. I want to make sure I didn't mess up the screenshots.
Oh, and I have also a big statement to make too. Where's C-Dub at?
I'm here. What's up, bub?
Bring out the bot.
Oh,
No, I didn't. There just must have been less players in that last match. Oh yeah,
There's
there's only
all talent
79
championship?
players. Okay, that's why there's only 5 screenshots, and in every other match there was 6, but we were down 6 players or so. That would have pushed another screenshot. Anyway, back to
Do what, Pickford?
reality.
Oh,
What?
the whatchamacallit is coming up, the All-Star Challenge or whatever it's called, All Talent Challenge.
All
The new crew challenge is coming up. They finally released.
Oh, I don't.
You
I
literally
don't know
joined my.
anything about it. What?
Yeah, it just came out. What
Oh,
I sent
yeah.
you?
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I was like, hell, if it's from Pickford and he wants me to do it, I'll do
It
whatever
was.
it is.
It was.
But yeah,
It's,
I didn't
it's
get
the
any
same
other
thing.
information.
It's a.
Whoa.
It's the new.
Anything.
uh,
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. That's right.
Anything.
Anything.
Although I'm changing it. We were going to be Misfire, but we're going to change it since we have C-Dub. We'll change it in honor of C-Dub to the Boner Masters.
Perfect.
Or
that used to be
Outfire.
that used to be my name.
That's right. So if you haven't had a chance, it is out right now. I got for lack of a word, the career challenge, what is called the All Talent Championship.
You want to go get killed by some hackers? That's the place for you.
Well, you should see they have a whole huge thing about hackers, and they literally have like a 7-page thing about hackers in this, which is a joke because it's the most hacky, hackabot I've ever seen.
Yeah, that crew challenge has always been hacker fest, so I wouldn't believe
Although it's
anything.
a good way to find hackers, because usually when you go to all chat after you die, everyone's like, whoever just kills you is like, in fact, this is one of the first times where I found somebody I knew that was actually knew somebody. Remember FBI?
I do.
That they had we accused 2 people of hacking. That was the first. That's how I got my ban thing. The guys were actually really hacking.
Being a good policeman, saving us all, Pickford.
I try to. I usually just anytime somebody kills me, I just say that they're hacking because no one can actually kill me. It has to be a hack. So that's how I live my life. And I just report anybody who ever kills me.
By the way, Nick's scores are in.
Okay.
Let's see it.
I was trying to get to replay the final moments of that match.
Oh, that'd be great. I want to hear it.
I just have to actually. My replay scene is broken, but I can play the clip.
Yeah, chat clipped it, so you should be able to just pull it up and screen capture it if you're set up. I'm sure you're set up for that.
You clipped me doing something? Hey.
Yeah, I usually try to clip you dying, but.
Wow. We have a whole montage of that. Go look at our Instagram.
Well, I mean, it's
mobile esports
clips for that, so.
It is very. Everyone's getting their tickets in. I appreciate it. Everyone get their clips in last second. Roller Blast gets another ticket.
Hey.
Okay, this maybe will work. Hold on.
Good luck, Roller Blast. I hope you win.
Listen, OUTcast Alpha,
seriously?
9 kills, 10 kills, top 2, and they have all 4 players alive. They got a 4v2 to finish this one off, but it is against Sweats.
OUTcast Alpha.
Excuse me if my mic gets too loud, but this is freaking exciting. They get a knock on Spec.
Dropped Spec.
Spec is down. It's J7.
J7.
J7 versus Brody. Oh! Okay, get that boy in here. Get that boy in here.
Wow. Somebody clipped that. Wow.
That's like,
that. 30 points.
Listen, OUTcast Alpha, 9 kills, 10 kills, top 2, and they have all 4 players.
As soon as Spec got knocked by Blaze, literally the only comms were go, 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 and like 4 people say go, 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 go.
The brightness is in front of myself, and then like said, "Bro, you can always clip that." So at one time, people cheered for me. When you're old and gray and no one cares about you anymore, you can play that back to yourself and say, "At one time, people cared." Because what happened? Trust me, when you get old.
Record that, put it on a memory card, and then hang it on a necklace, and then wear it every day for the rest of your life.
And no device to play it on.
And whenever you feel down or bad about something, just go back and watch the time you killed a T1 player in the HyperX Scrim Season 2, Day 20. There's only 4 events left.
Brownie, just think, this is the day you peak. This is the peak of your life right here. Everything gets downhill after this. Everything after this is downhill. You're never going to beat this day.
Rough.
So just take that as it is. You know, nothing's ever going to be. You're going to be old and gray with a wife and like 4 kids. You're Catholic, they have like 6 kids. And you'll be like, I used to own my own org. Now I probably like own like a True Value. Be successful, but like own like a True Value hardware store. That's what I see for you. Anyway, I digress. Did I win the figure counters?
You got to go to the results first.
Oh, okay.
You want to see the scores? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
pretty cool.
Okay.
Roller Blast. If we want to seriously interview him.
I responded to him. I told him keep coming.
All right, roll into the scores right here. Unofficial scores for the night. SpaceX
Ooh.
with 2 chicken dinners, 119 total points.
So they're taking over #1 spot.
They end up in
Wow.
first. So yeah, they should be first place overall after all the facts and scores are checked. Sweats, they kind of come out of mediocre land and end up in second for the night. But look at SpaceX, 35 kills, Sweats 34 kills. So SpaceX was definitely on the trigger tonight. Thirst for points, not quite so much, 15 kills, but they do end up in third place. OUTcast Alpha, we were looking for a top 5 finish, and there they are in fourth.
Do it.
One chicken dinner, 28 kills. And look, they were only 3 points out of third, and only 6 points out of, look at second, third, and fourth, 79, 76, 73, 3-point gap between each of those teams.
For my hero trick. Thank you, my hero.
Now, speaking of Trick and Forsaken Gaming, they went from being on the second page all night to 9th place.
Yep.
Hey, I mean, they took out Metaphor. We were cheering them on in the kill feed, so they did the Lord's work.
If you have one, like I said, with the 4 matches, if you have one outstanding game, that you get like, first, second, third, you get like 30, 22, 19 points. It's just you're just gonna fly. You're gonna get on that second page. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at the points. 43, 44. So if you have like 22 points after 3 matches, and you get 22 points in the last, you're gonna get right up there in the top 7. That's why I think Brian has proven you don't give up to the end. I mean, the team was 21st place after 2 matches, and they come back and they clutch in 2 matches to get top 5. I mean, the proof is in the pudding right there. Don't give up. Keep on your game, and you can be successful.
And that last match, the
Brownie.
end of that last match was nuts. How often are we getting ruins for final zones now on Erangel, though? It's literally seems like every time I'm here.
I tell you, it leaves for us action-packed finish because there's so many angles. It's hard to know where everybody's at.
100%.
We were pretty shocked. The territory we were able to grab there. Like, I don't understand.
Oh, you guys were up on the castle before that. You were up on the
church.
castle. Yeah.
We had the castle and the church. It's like, how the heck? I was stunned that nobody else was there. Nobody was in ruins. So we just sat there and scooped up kills as people pushed in. I just don't get it. Like, from all the other times we played ruins, it's been like there's nowhere for you to go. But I guess we got lucky.
Let's check in on the giveaway.
We have 34 entrants at 153 total tickets.
Let's go. What's his name again? Where is he? Where's my boy?
Rollerblade.
Where's Roller Blast?
Roller Blast? Is that what it is? Okay.
I think so.
That makes
Fruit
sense.
Booter.
Let me just rearrange this scene a little bit.
Shut up, Wadu.
So, whoa, 34. There's 34 entrants, but 154 tickets sold.
Yeah, people are dumping them. Phil Payne dumped 69 tickets in.
Nice. We had 69 viewers earlier.
I saw that. Yeah, I think we stayed between 48 and like 72-ish, something like that. Of course,
when we had 69, I tweeted it. There's 69 viewers right now. Are you one of them? Anyway, are we going to give these class socks away?
Yep.
Or did you already?
2, 3. No, I haven't yet. Here it comes. I just now.
You can no longer enter the giveaway.
Yep.
Brownie seems to like men. True.
U-turn.
Turn is going to become
5% chance.
U-turn, that's 1%.
Going to become more OP than he already is when he gets his Mobile Gaming Core Claw Sock V2s. They come in these nice 6-packs that are reclosable Ziplocky things on the bottom, so you don't lose them.
U-turn
Very
is
nice.
in the chat. He just piped up.
Hello,
Hello.
Turn. Congratulations.
U-turn.
Get with C-Dub and get the details to him so we can get those shipped to you. Oh yeah, let's look at page 2 real quick, and then we'll head on out. There's New Hampshire, OUTcast Bravo. Now, OUTcast Bravo, they were doing good in the first 2 matches, and then I think they kind of switched roles with OUTcast Alpha. But anyway, that's it.
How unfortunate.
for the night. We are going to have a raid, so stick on for that. At least go on the raid and then just spam the chat with emotes or you know, support whoever we raid. That it will really make them have a good stream, have a good night. And then make sure you're back here Friday for the 21st event. And then next week is the last week. So put it on your calendars. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do we have a like a post scrim, post season show planned yet, or not yet?
We will have it. We're still just kind of contemplating on what the best day for everybody to do that would be. I think last time we did it, God, I'm gonna lie, was it on a Saturday or was it on a Monday?
No, it was on the Monday after.
It was,
the Friday.
yeah,
the
it was
Monday
Monday after. Did you send me a idea for a raid? No, you didn't.
I'm thinking we just hit Red Eyes on Monday, so I mean we could do slow aim. We haven't hit him in a couple weeks, I know. Say hello.
You can just feel the excitement in everybody's voice.
No, I'm just like, oh, what the heck? Who's this Japanese streamer with 600 viewers for PUBG Mobile?
Hey, listen, slow aim's always been supportive, Cedar, so we gotta.
I was just seeing if there was anyone in the category. Finding English PUBG Mobile streamers is a challenge.
Yeah, it's tough. At
Arabic, Spanish, oh. 16 plus. We better avoid that one. All right. Yeah. So that's it. Make sure you're here Friday. And we'll be giving away a charge play clutch, which you probably hadn't really seen on stream tonight because I had my phone sitting down because this cord has kind of been giving me a hard time. But the charge play clutch fits your phone, gives you a good comfortable grip, and has a detachable battery to make sure that you're always topped up, ready to game. So Friday we'll be giving that away. Use your brownie points on the tickets. And yeah, we'll see you then.